And we welcome you guys in here. Welcome back, everyone, as we are on Final Yard Football on YouTube, calling play-by-play of Sunday Night Football, Week 13 of the NFL. It's dropping down tonight. The Patriots going up against the Houston Texans. This game taking place at NRG Stadium. Welcome all to the channel, everybody. Welcome in Inquiry X. I appreciate it. Welcome in Blue Fox Boy. Thanks so much, everybody, for stopping by tonight, as I'll be calling play-by-play of football action over here on the channel. As far as the Patriots, they head into this game with a 10-1 record, 5-1 on the road so far this season. The Houston Texans 7-4 this year, 4-1 at home. Welcome in, guys. Thanks so much for joining me right now. Ryan, my man, thanks so much for stopping by. Michael, thanks so much for stopping by right now at the moment here. Hey, no problem, dude. No problem, man. Yeah, I created something about that on the I think like a tab or something like that to block out a couple words or something like that. Ryan pointing out, yes, indeed, snow is falling. I think you guys up in Maine are supposed to get like hammered for like a foot of snow. Down here, I think it's supposed to be 2 to 4. What is up, Vegas Vix? Thanks so much for stopping by. Inquiry X pointing out, yes, getting the storm too. It's already dropped down like almost 2 inches where I am last time I checked. No problem with the language. Michael, no problem there. But thanks so much, guys, for stopping by. We'll have kickoff in around 7 minutes or so on Final Yard Football. Yeah, it's really tough to drive, and I feel you, Inquiry X, with snow and stuff outside. Tough stuff to drive, and I have to go back to work tomorrow. If you guys are in school, you might have school canceled tomorrow, or maybe a late start as well. Vegas Vix pointing out, yeah, wintry mix out here. Yeah, Vegas Vix is kind of in the similar area to where I am, Mass, Rhode Island, towards that area. It's supposed to be like wintry mix. I know further up north, towards like when you get up towards like Manchester, New Hampshire, like southern New Hampshire and southern Maine, it's supposed to get pounded. Yeah, Ryan pointing out he's supposed to get 8 to 12 inches. Looks like, yeah, probably I would guess Ryan's school is going to get canceled for tomorrow. Inquiry X pointing out school is already canceled for tomorrow. There you go, man. Congrats, you have an extra day there from the Thanksgiving break. Vegas Vix pointing out, yeah, he has school tomorrow. Yeah, I think down here in, like, Rhode Island, southeastern Mass, it's supposed to turn over to, like, I think, like, this snow is supposed to be turning over to rain, and then on Tuesday, it's supposed to go back to snow. Welcome in on Sportscaster. Thanks so much for stopping by, Patty Whack, over here to the Sportscaster stream. I appreciate it. That is a unique name on Sportscaster, so I really do appreciate your kindness for stopping by right now, Patty Whack, over on the Sportscaster stream. If you guys are here on YouTube, hit those thumbs up down below. Hit that big red subscribe button as well. Vegas Vix pointing out, LSU fans happy about Alabama. Yep, not in the playoffs this year for Alabama, as they lost yesterday 48 to 45 against Auburn. Oh, man, what a game Auburn played. 2 pick sixes off of Mac Jones for Auburn. One of them, a 100-yard pick six for the touchdown. That defense was something, getting those 2 defensive touchdowns in there for the Auburn Tigers. What a game yesterday. Welcome over to Sportscaster, Tom5489. Thanks so much for stopping by tonight on the Sports Dish over here on Sportscasters. I'll be calling play-by-play. We're going to be kicking off here in a couple minutes. So, we got some news here for the Patriots. They have a new kicker in town. No more Nick Folk this season. He was released on Black Friday from the Patriots, had an emergency removal on his appendix, so that's unfortunate there for Nick Folk. He was actually pretty productive this season as a Patriots kicker, but they come in with their 4th kicker of the season, Kai Forbath now for the Patriots. Kicker number 4, going from Goskowski over to Nugent to Folk, now to Kai Forbath, as that is the news there with the kicker position, as we'll see how this special teams unit lines up tonight with his first time getting a kick in like quite a while, I think, since like last season. Hey, welcome in, Patrick. Thanks so much to be back again over on the stream. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for stopping by. Inquiry X pointing out, you guys getting less, so you might not get canceled. Yeah, it's not as much down like over here in southeastern Massachusetts or like Rhode Island. Vegas Vix pointing out, number 17 for Bama yesterday was lights off. Yeah, yeah, Alabama, they gave up just so many yards total in that game. That was a lot of players total. Yeah, Ryan pointing out, is everyone playing who is questionable with a flu? I believe the majority of these players, like 90% of them, will be playing today. 17 players popped up on the injury report. 9 of them were questionable with a flu. But I believe, like, basically the majority of them should be playing today. A lot of, like, big-time names, too. Stephon Gilmore was on the injury report with the flu. Hightower, Van Noy, Collins. I know Marcus Cannon was on the injury report, questionable today with the flu. I saw the Patriots video that they had uploaded of their victory against the Cowboys last week, and yeah, Marcus Cannon did not look like good at all. He looked like he was winded after the game. I saw that, like, in the video, you could see that there was something wrong. Like, he felt drained. Like, he had to give Robert Kraft a fist pump after the game, while everybody else shook Robert Kraft's hand after the game, and he had to give him a fist bump because obviously he appeared to be drained, and he looked like he was, like, sick, coming down with something. But unfortunate conditions last week that probably played a factor to that. Freezing rain, playing against the Cowboys or so. But hopefully these guys will all be good to go today for the Patriots, as we should be starting this stream out very shortly as we welcome you guys over here. That was crazy when I first heard that there were 17 players questionable for tonight's game. But most of these players should be able to go tonight for the Patriots by what I heard earlier, though. But I haven't checked out an article from them for like 10 hours or so. I think that was the last article I checked out. Inquiry X pointing out Pats go 15-1. That'll be good. Yes, indeed. That'll be really nice if the Patriots could do that. So, yeah, they got the Texans tonight. The Chiefs next week after that. They got the Bengals. I think Cincinnati. Let's see here. Cincinnati got the... Yep, they got the win. They got their first win of the season against the Jets. So, whatever happened to the Jets crushing Oakland last week, and then everything went down the drain today. Andy Dalton comes back after his benching. The Bengals win 22-6. The Rams furious, and they came back after getting blown out on Monday against the Ravens. They crushed the Cardinals today, 34-7. Kansas City crushing the Raiders. Something is going on with Oakland. Doesn't look promising, as they have lost the last 2 straight games in a row, 6-6 overall now. The Chiefs crushed the Raiders 40-6 today. That's who we'll have to play next week with Kansas City. And I saw a little bit of that game. Yeah, the Bengals won. The Bengals won, and what a game there. Baltimore beating the 49ers on a walk-off field goal. That's a 3-point victory there. I think, what was it? Let's see. The Ravens, 20-17. Yeah, 20-17 was the final. Hey, welcome in DMV Sportsnet. It is Alex. Welcome over to the channel here, Alex. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for stopping by. Vegas Vic's pointing out 49ers actually found a way to stop Lamar Jackson. Yeah, that game was in the downpouring rain today. Welcome over to Sportscaster Norm Core. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for being a part here in the Sportscaster stream. What is up, Matty Joe? Thanks so much for stopping over on YouTube right now. We're going to be calling this game play-by-play in like a couple of minutes. Matty Joe mad at the Colts loss. Yeah, man, I thought that they'd be able to pull out that victory too against Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee's been a hard team to read this year. I cannot believe they're 7-6, and the Colts are 7-5. Tennessee is, and the Colts are 6-6. Like, where in the world did Tennessee come from in this offense? 31 points today. Inquiry X pointing out he feels like only the Chiefs and the Bills will be a challenge for the Patriots, but they'll go at least 13-3 this season. I feel like the Patriots can get past Kansas City, though. Kansas City's defense has had problems this year. I feel like they'll be able to get past them because they know how to stop the pass. The secondary is just way too good for New England. Let's see here. Alex pointing out he's dead tired. Oh, man. Hopefully he'll be able to get some rest, man. Feel better, dude, and hopefully everything's going well there. Get some rest, and I know it's a long weekend with Thanksgiving drifting on into Black Friday and then Saturday over here to Sunday. Thanks so much for the follow on Sportscaster Norm Core. I appreciate it. Ryan pointing out Redskins and Dolphins. Yep, Dolphins won also. That was a shocker against the Eagles. Eagles are crumbling along itself right now. The Cowboys leading the NFC East, and they take on the Vikings tomorrow. If the Vikings do win that game, it's going to be a dreadful NFC East. Matty Joe pointing out Mavericks won, though they clapped the Lakers. Yeah, I heard Luka Doncic has just been outstanding this year. He dropped like another 40 points a couple of nights ago. For Luka Doncic. He's looking like he could be making a run for MVP. Him and Giannis are going right after it as far as MVP. And then James Harden last night dropped like 61 in his game. Just outstanding. So, yeah, we got some good basketball games coming up this week. Some college basketball, I think, for you guys on Tuesday and Wednesday. Michigan State versus Duke. Michigan versus Louisville. I think I'll be covering that one on Tuesday as well. Both of those teams are undefeated. Louisville should be #1. And then on Wednesday, I think there's another good game that I should cover. And then the Celtics take on the Nuggets on Friday. So I hope to cover that one for you guys as well. All right, here we are getting ready for kickoff. Who is ready for a funny story? Let me know, Alex. I'm here to listen to it whenever. Vegas Vic's pointing out Bills and Ravens could beat the Patriots in the playoffs. Yeah, those two teams are getting... Well, the Bills have a great defense. #3 defense in the NFL. The Ravens defense has got so much better, but the Patriots just could not stop Lamar Jackson and Mark Ingram in the rushing game. Oh, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to laugh really hard. So here we are, guys, getting ready for this football game right now. Patriots in the white away jerseys. They'll kick off this football, so that means the Patriots will receive in the second half. There we go. Texans back to return this kick as Jake Bailey boots it away, and this ball goes to the back of the end zone out of play. So Houston, we'll start out with the football now with Deshaun Watson. The two starts that Deshaun Watson did have is that they were both close games against the Patriots. 27-20 last year. They lost it during week 1 of 2018, and then 36-33 in that shootout in a red-hot 85-degree Gillette Stadium in mid-September back in week 3 of 2017, where Brandon Cooks hit a game-winning touchdown from Tom Brady with like 30 seconds left. So here they come out, the Texans with a football. Carlos Hyde from the backfield. Watson going from the shotgun formation. Got one to the left, one to the right. Atkins going in motion towards the right. Watson takes a snap, and he hands it off to Hyde. He slips and falls right back at the 25. No gain on the play. So that's how this game starts off. A 0-yard run by Carlos Hyde. Let's see here. Going back to the chats. Vegas Vic's pointing out Patriots should have never passed on Lamar Jackson in the draft. I agree with you, man. I wish they had been able to pick that up. The Chicago Bears scouting staff is the one that struggled mightily, not picking up either Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson, and picked Mitchell Trubisky instead. They go from the shotgun formation now for the Texans on a 2nd and 10. Watson takes the snap, drops back from the pocket, passes left side, that one out of the fingertips. It is incomplete. Patrick Chung in coverage as the pass to Darren Fells fell incomplete. Let's see here. Alex pointing out in the chat. So at lunch he asked one of his best friends, and she said yes, and one of his friends said, "When are you getting married?" He said 2 hours, and he also said, "You got to get her pregnant first, and we will call her Mrs. Puff." And then Alex told John about it, and he laughed. Oh, man, that's a story for sure. There we go. Oh, my gosh. Mrs. Puff, there we go. 3rd and 10, quick 3rd and 10 coming up for the Texans. 14-19 left to go in the first quarter. And we already have a timeout on the field here. Timeout taken by Bill O'Brien. Not the start that the Texans wanted to see, as we have the first 41 seconds of the game has gone by so far. Yikes. They just already burned a timeout. That's not good when you burn a timeout 41 seconds into the game. Belichick actually burned a timeout. One of the games this season, he burned that timeout at the very start, but that one just started right there, and they just burned it 41 seconds into it. Thanksgiving went really well, Alex. Hopefully all you guys had an awesome Thanksgiving. I actually got to call the Celtics game on Friday for you guys, which was awesome. We got almost like 2,000 views over here on YouTube, which was pretty cool, calling that Celtics game. So here we are back to action, guys. 3rd and 10 coming up after the timeout. Texans with 2 more timeouts left to go. Watson going from the gun. He's got 3 bunched up to the right side. And Watson takes the snap. Drops back to pass from the pocket. He's being rushed. Watson gets out of it, rolls out to his right, passes downfield, and that ball not even close. Not even close in the vicinity. The Patriots pass rush coming on, and it's going to bring up a 3-and-out coming up with a punting situation as we are 48 seconds into the game. 14-12 left to go in the first quarter. So not a good start here for Houston tonight. But yeah, Thanksgiving was great. We actually don't have like a Thanksgiving meal or anything during Thanksgiving because we do go away to Cape Cod every Thanksgiving. So this is a punt here by the Texans. Patriots back to return as they'll call for a fair catch. It's So that's by Mohamed Sanu. He is back. He calls for a fair catch at the 26. We'll start out now with the Patriots coming up here as we are on YouTube calling play-by-play tonight, also on Sportscaster, guys. So stop by. We're on Final Yard Football over on YouTube. Over here calling play-by-play along with Sportscaster. Welcome in here on Sportscaster, Luke. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. So Patriots coming out first time today with this offense. Just forced the 3 and out from the Texans. InquiryX pointing out, what's the most amount of viewers that I've ever had in both of your channels? I had 2,000 views in my first ever football stream here. I think everybody was excited. It was the preseason. That's a run by Sony Michel up the middle. Gain of 4 and a carry. My most views in the basketball channel was 3,600 I had. That was during a summer league game. Everybody wanted to see Zion versus RJ, Pelicans versus Knicks in the summer league, and then the earthquake struck, and nobody got to see the final score because the game was suspended, but everybody was in there. A lot of people kept on asking me to show the game. That was ridiculous. But Michigan versus Michigan State versus Kentucky on opening night. That had the most people in the chat, 143 people or about viewing on my channel. That was crazy. As that is a carry by Sony Michel, no gain. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 7 coming up for the Patriots. Yeah, in a live stream, I had 5 live viewers, and then what happened is that all the streams got shut down that was showing the actual game. So over 60 people got dumped into my stream from another stream that got shut down because of a copyright strike. So everybody kept on coming into my stream. It was insane. That was early November. That was opening night of college basketball. 12:50 left to go in the first. Brady across the middle finds Edelman, gets the first down at the 41. The Patriots move the chains. There you have it with JE11 on the chain mover. So first down by New England. We have 12:40 left to go in the first quarter. They got a 3rd and long, and they were able to convert on the field. Yeah, Edelman just across the middle on the slant route, able to find separation across the middle, and they just played soft coverage there for the Texans, and Edelman get the first down. 1st and 10 coming up. 12:15 left to go in the first. Brady going from the gun. Burkhead in the backfield. Brady hands it off to Burkhead up the middle. About a gain of 1 to the 42. We have about 12 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Texans also missing out on J.J. Watt for the remainder of the season. The 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Patriots. Brady goes from the ace formation. He's got Burkhead in the backfield now. 2 wide to the left, 2 to the right. Brady hands it off to Burkhead. Burkhead up the middle, and he goes forward to about the 46-yard line. So gain of 4 in the play. It's going to bring up now about a 3rd down and 4 or so coming up for the Patriots. Patrick pointing out, was a good win for Kentucky. Yeah, that was a great win for Kentucky starting out at opening night. But the other Kentucky team is now looking like they're going to be at number 1 with Louisville this time around for the rankings. It's been a shocker. Michigan's actually really good. Michigan's going to get ranked this week in the top 25. And they lost their head coach, John Beilein. They lost Jordan Poole and Iggy Brasdakis to the draft. And they are surprisingly 7-0. Brady takes the snap on the 3rd and 5 across the pockets. Launches downfield. He's got him again. Edelman to the 41-yard line this time in Texans territory. Gets it for the first down. 3rd down both of the times. Julian Edelman able to run a similar route this time across to the other side. Lining up towards the right. Going across to the left. We've seen that done before. Edelman on the first chain mover. Lined up to the left. Went across the middle towards the right side and got the first down out of it. 2 first down chain movers by Edelman to start out this game tonight. Patriots go from the ace formation. Edelman in motion, going towards his right side. He's got N'Keal Harry lined up to the left. Michel in the backfield. Brady, play action, good to go. Jet sweep to Edelman, but the Texans diagnose that one really quickly. There's a late flag down, though. Edelman got brought down like a loss of 6, loss of 7 in the backfield as the Texans were all over that. So let's see here. We're going to take a look. There was a penalty flag in the play, so we'll take a look, see what the penalty flag was in just a moment. And that's a penalty on the Texans. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness by Houston. Automatic first down by the Patriots. Julian Edelman has 2 catches for 23 yards already on 3rd downs. Patrick pointing out Kentucky's still playing bad teams. Hopefully they can get it together before they play a real team. Yeah, that's what usually non-conference is. Like, a lot of these, like, good teams play a lot of, like, really bottom-of-the-barrel teams as far as, like, non-conference. They do play a couple good teams out there. Like, usually there's good teams that get scheduled for, like, those challenge type of games that they do have and stuff. And then, like, some of the tournament stuff type, too. As that is a run up the middle by Michelle. Michelle past the 30 on the 1st and 10 to about the 29-yard line. It's going to be about a gain of 5. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5 here for the Patriots. So, good drive already starting here by New England. Their first drive of the game. Looking really sharp now. So, Patriots coming up a 2nd and 5 as they are dominating this time of possession so far. The Texans haven't even had the football for a minute. And the Patriots dominating here. They have 9:15 on the clock. Handoff up the middle, moving the chains forward. That appears to be a first down by Sony Michel. Gut appeared to be 5 yards as he picks it up. We approach 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Let's take a look at that time of possession here. Patriots have had the football for over 4.5 minutes now. Houston has held on to the football for only 55 seconds. So first down rush by Sony Michel. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up. 7 rushes out of this drive, 2 passes. And both of those passes, Tom has been perfect on to Julian Edelman for 2 catches for 23 yards in the 3rd down. They go with Michel in the backfield. Brady hands it off to Michel up the middle. And he takes it past the 20. Here he goes. 15. Bulldozes over a man past the 10 and dragged down at the 7-yard line. Gets the first down for the Patriots. 1st and goal coming up. The rushing game is finally coming together here tonight on this first drive of this one in Houston. Here we go with the blocking up front. Patriots were able to get it. Oh, nice hold. And Sony Michel with a vision. Able to find that juke right up front. And he worked his way. Ted Karras was right in the middle of that on the ground. And he found his way right around in between. Ted Karras picked up the first down. 7:55 left to go in the first. As Lacoste goes in motion. Brady. Handoff up the middle and lunging forward to about the 5-yard line. 2-yard gain is Michel on the carry. Good start here, rushing the football. Hey, thanks so much for joining me, Tom5489. Yes, nice to see the Patriots running the ball effectively. Let's go indeed. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate Tom5489 for being a part here on Sportscaster. 2nd and goal for the Patriots. Under 7.5 left to go in the first quarter. They are dominating this time of possession so far. Brady goes out from the gun. Got Lacoste going on in motion towards the right. Brady rolling out to his right, passing to the end zone. Deflected. It's incomplete. Intended for Jacoby Myers at the pylon. No flag either. Stops the clock with 7:12 left to go in the first. Yeah, that's the first incompletion so far tonight that Tom has thrown. Jonathan Joseph in coverage. Third and goal coming up. 7:12 left to go in the first. They have it at the 5-yard line of Houston territory. Brady going from the gun. Edelman in motion. Lines up to the right side. Brady takes the snap. Back to pass in the pocket. Brady to the back of the end zone. Overthrows Dorsett. It's incomplete. So they're going to have to settle for 3 with their newly acquired kicker. As it's kicker number 4 this season that they'll have. Coming up here for the Patriots. It will be Kai Forbath this time as they have no more Nick Folk. They released him on Black Friday. Taking a look at the coverage, James White covered pretty good from the backfield. Julian Edelman was open though. He was open. But Tom released it. Just overthrew Dorsett at the back of the end zone. So 7:07 left to go in the first. Here comes on Kai Forbath for his first ever NFL kick with the Patriots. As the snap to hold, this kick is up. This one is through the uprights. It is good. So New England does start out points on the board first for the Patriots. They lead it 3-0 here as we are on the Final Yard Football channel over on YouTube, also on Sportscaster on the Sports Dish here. Thanks so much for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate it tonight here for being a part of the platform. So good start for the Patriots. 5 first downs consisting out of that drive by New England. Very, very good start, that is for sure. 31 yards in the ground to start it out. So able to run the ball effectively in that first drive. Something that we struggle to see so far. 6 rushes for 33 yards by Sony Michel. And then Rex Burkhead with 2 carries for 5 yards. Julian Edelman did have a loss of 7 on a jet sweep that the Texans did diagnose really well. So let's see here. Pat pointing out, do the Patriots have anyone that's passed 100 yards rushing yet? No, they do not. Yeah, Sony Michel, I think his highest mark was, I think it was like 92 against the Redskins. He had like 92 against Washington. I think he had 91 against the Giants and 86 last week against the Cowboys. So still the Patriots, nobody who has passed that 100-plus rushing mark this season. Hopefully we'll be able to see that today. First drive, Sony Michel is already a third there. He's got 33 on the ground on 6 carries, along a 17 that brought them to the first and goal situation. So that is good to see. Some big blocks up front there by New England. We're going to get right back here after this commercial break. So thanks so much, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by over on the channel today, as I call play-by-play of sports action. Here's we are on YouTube. We're over on Sportscaster as well, calling play-by-play. Great start to the first drive of the game. 13 plays, though, by the Patriots in their first drive. 5 first downs and consisted 54 yards down the field. And the Patriots were able to tack on an extra point. They weren't able to cash it into the end zone, though. Jonathan Joseph in coverage as Brady rolled out to the right, and that pass was deflected. Patriots defense, though, you got to feel confident on this. Of course, Brady must be frustrated if they didn't start out with a touchdown. I like to see the offense click sometime this year and just put up tons and tons of points on the board, explode for like a 35, 40-plus game, and do it all offensively, even though they can stop them defensively too, but put up all your points offensively there and prove to the nation that you do have a go-to offense and legit weapons. So the Patriots will kick this football off as the Texans are back to return this kick with 7 minutes left to go in the first. This one goes to the back of the end zone. Yeah, Kai Forbath is the new kicker for the Patriots, so he takes over now as the new kicker for this whole turnover as far as the kickover position this season, going from Gostkowski injured to the year to Nugent, and then over to Nick Folk, and now it's Kai Forbath. Of course, the graveyard of quarterback passer ratings this season. Lamar Jackson had the best one of 107.7 so far this year, but other than that, it's been a struggle. Watson 0 for 2 to start out. Here's a handoff up the middle to Hyde. Hyde only gains 3 on the carry. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Patriots defense, of course, first in the NFL with fewest points allowed, with only 10.6 on average per game this year. They are stacked with that plus 19 turnover differential. They have forced also 29 total takeaways. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Texans. In the backfield, Carlos Hyde. So they take the snap with Watson, handoff to Hyde. Hyde up the middle, gets to about the 30-31, and moves forward to the 32. Still short by 3 to the first down marker. Will bring up a 3rd and 3. So Houston first drive resulted in a 3 and out by the Texans. We'll see what they have coming up. Hey, welcome over here on YouTube. She finally joined me. So I'm just going to gonna add you over to the moderator, everybody. That's my girlfriend, by the way. Say hi to Charisse here over in the chat. 3rd and 4 coming up. Yes, you enjoy my Santa Claus in the background. She knows Santa Claus all too well. Under 6 left to go in the first quarter here. Shotgun formation coming up. Santa Claus can talk as well. I've got him in the background when you press his hand. Watson across the middle. Gets the pass over to Hopkins. Gets it for the first down play to the 48. So that's the first connection tonight. That's the thing that the Patriots defense will have to stop in the secondary. They limited Amari Cooper to nothing last week. Watson just goes across the middle of the field and picks up the first down. I think they're all taking a break from the chat right now. Here's the handoff up the middle, and Carlos, that's Duke Johnson on the run, past midfield to the 45. Yes, I'll press this button for you when we get to commercial. We got 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter here. So Santa Claus can talk. Deshaun Watson now from the ace formation as they hand it off up the middle to Hyde. Hyde's about the 45. Yes, remember the magic of the Patriots lies in your hearts. We do have a flag down on the play. We'll take a look at the penalty flag. This must be snowing out of your place too, pretty much. As that is a penalty holding by Laramie Tunsil of the Houston Texans. Going to back up Houston a couple yards. Once we get to commercial break, I'll make sure to push that button for you. And we'll all hear what he says on the channel. But yeah, he'll be here until Christmas as a part of my live streams. I'm going to put him more for the basketball streams too. See if a lot of people catch him on the basketball streams. There's a lot of people enjoy the basketball channel, which has been awesome. 2nd and 14 coming up for the Texans. They're backed up at their own 44-yard line. They go 5 wide here with Deshaun Watson. 3 to the left, 2 to the right as he takes the snap. Drops back to pass across the middle. That one complete at midfield. And Will Fuller gets wrapped up, diving forward past the 50 to the 49 of Patriots territory. Still not enough for the first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd down here for Houston. So we approach 4 minutes left to go in the first. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Texans. Watson now going from the shotgun formation on a 3rd and 6. He's got a running back lined up to the right side. He takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. And he gets sacked. Kyle Van Noy dropping him back at the 46 of Houston territory. Coming up on a big 3rd down play for sack number 1 tonight for New England. So now Houston will have to punt this football away coming up as we approach 3:20 left to go in the first. Patrick pointing out, hopefully we have enough magic between us to get them over the 100-yard rushing game. Yes, indeed. I hope so, man. I really hope to see that. Oh, man, looking at the wide receivers there. That was Kiki Cutie for the Texans, who was wide open in coverage, and Watson didn't see him in time to pass it. 4th and 12 as Houston will punt away this football. Pressure coming. They're able to get it off, though, as Matthew Slater did block one last week. The Patriots will field it with Sanu past the 15, out of bounds to the 18. The Patriots start off at their own 18 when we get back to action here on the stream. So currently we're just on commercial break, everybody. Patriots coming out on their 2nd drive after this. So yeah, right now we're just currently on a commercial break. Gonna bring down Santa Claus for you guys. Gonna put on his button. Let's see here where it is. So this guy right here, what my girlfriend was pointing out into the chat, Santa Claus. If you press his little hand I have right here, he does play something for you.
The magic of Christmas lies in your heart.
It's pretty cool. I'll show it to my sportscaster stream right here. Here's a little Santa Claus. If you press his button, this is what happens here.
Remember, the magic of Christmas lies in your heart.
Yep, that's what happens when you press him. Pretty cool. But yeah, he'll be sticking here with me throughout December. Be a little part of my decoration for the stream that I prop back up for you guys. So right now we're just on this commercial break. We're gonna head right back over to the channel in just a matter of moments, as we're on YouTube over here tonight, also calling play-by-play over on Sportscaster. Patriots with 5 first downs in their first drives. Texans did get one. Holding penalty by Laramie Tunsil cost them, and then Kyle Van Noy sacking Deshaun Watson for a 6-yard loss, which forced them behind their midfield marker, which forced a punt. So coming up, Patriots will get it back. They'll start out from about their own 18-yard line. So I'll be back calling play-by-play this game. Thanks so much, guys, for being a part here tonight on the channel. I really do appreciate it. The snow just keeps on falling down where I am. It's crazy amount of snow out there tonight or so. So currently just on a commercial break. Welcome in, Moo. There we go, over on Sportscaster, yay. So, yeah, yes, here is Santa Moo. I'll show you once again, Moo, since she enjoys my stream so much. So, if I go into here, press this little hand for you.
Remember, the magic of Christmas lies in your heart.
And there you go. Remember, the magic of Christmas lies in your heart. But yes, so I'll be putting him in my streams once again. But yeah, I've continued to stay with Sportscaster and stuff here, Moo. I'm just gonna do Sportscaster when I stream on YouTube and stuff like that. As far as the leaderboard and everything, I'm not really like concerned about that. Brady back to pass, pump fake across the middle. That one's dropped though. It's incomplete at the 24-yard line to start out by Mohamed Sanu. Yes. Nice Santa I have in the background. Yeah, my girlfriend always likes it when she's over here to see that Santa we have every single December time or so. So you press this button, it talks. It's pretty hilarious. Alright, so we have a 2nd and 10 coming up here in just a moment. So time of holiday season here during December. Yes, Moo pointing out in the chat, you bet $500 that someone's going to pass out during the game. We'll see. We'll see here, Moo, how that money goes on. Shotgun formation by Brady. Goes 5 wide, takes the snap. Back to pass, left side. That one's complete to about the 19-yard line to Sanu. About a gain of 5 and a catch. It will bring up a 3rd and 5. We have 2.5 left to go in the first quarter. So here we go. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Patriots. They're going to need something to move the chains once again. They have it at their own 25. Brady going 5 wide from the gun. Edelman moving in motion towards the right side. Welcome over to the channel, Gigos Flame. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for stopping by. Brady across the middle. Oh, no, he was picked off. Brady trying to tackle him. He can't. And going down to the 5-yard line is a Texans interception return for about 25 yards. Oh, man. Bradley Roby picks off Tom Brady. Oh, my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. What was that? You gotta... Let's see here. Tom just trying to force it in there. Bradley Roby jumps the route. He was trying to look for... Who was that? I think Sanu he was trying to look for. Right at the marker, the first down line. Oh, no. N'Keal Harry, 15. He's looking for N'Keal Harry, and Brady got picked off. Ouch. That is something that usually the Patriots have not done this season. There's a flag, though, by the Texans in the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct by Houston after the interception. That's a killer there for Houston. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Yes, indeed. Ouch. 54-89, Tom. That is a big ouch there with a TB12 interception. Jussie Smollett will say on the Sportscaster stream, he will not tell a lie. This is a great show. I appreciate it. Classic throwback. Yes, that is the wrong kind of magic. Patrick pointing out on YouTube. Wrong kind of magic. Oh, man, it's going to bounce him back to the 21, though, after the penalty. So it takes him 15-yard penalty from the 6 to the 21. Watson hands it off to Hyde. Hyde stopped from behind around the 20. Gain of 1 in the carry. It's going to be a 2nd down coming up as we have 1:50 left to go in the first quarter. Of course, Tom and McDaniels talking out what needs to happen after that as they are going over on the tablet, going over to Houston Texans defense. 2nd down and long coming up for Houston. They have it inside the red zone at the Patriots 20. I hope so, Gigos Flame. I really hope so. As Houston puts this one into the flat, and they get it for about a gain of 5 on the little screen pass underneath. We got a 3rd down coming up. Third and about 4 coming up here for the Texans. Hopefully the Patriots will win this. Thanks so much for stopping by here at Gigos Flame. If you enjoy the channel, make sure to hit that thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as I call play-by-play here. 3rd down coming up here for the Texans. It'll be a 3rd and 3, they say. We got 50 seconds left to go before the first quarter finishes. Watson from the gun takes a snap. Back to pass, rolling out to the right. He's got him, and into the flat. It's a touchdown. Duke Johnson Jr. in coverage on Kyle Van Noy, and There was nobody else with any safety help whatsoever. This is a touchdown by Houston. So they put a linebacker, Kyle Van Noy, on him. So Duke Johnson just gets out onto the flat and gets it in for the touchdown, and Houston leads it. Tickle Tom pointing out here on the channel. Tickle, 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 tum, tum, Tom Brady, I love you. Yes, thank you so much for stopping by, Tickle Tom Moo. Yes, a rookie mistake indeed there. Vegas Vic's pointing out. Tom Brady with a bad mistake, looking 20 years before himself. 38 seconds left. Texans coming on with Cammy Fairbairn to attempt the extra point. To snap the hold. This kick is up. This one sails through the upright. It is good. 7-3 the score here. So we're just currently on commercial break, everybody. We're going to head right back over here to action in a matter of moments, as we're on YouTube. We're on Sportscaster calling play-by-play today. So, yeah, right now, just in this commercial break, Texans off the big Tom Brady interception by Bradley Roby, able to drive down the field 21 yards for the touchdown. This is how the game's gone down so far. Patriots will get the football back when we do go back into this game. So I'm just going to turn over the possession arrow for you guys. 7-3. This game should not be 7-3, though. It's just a bad pick. So 5 first downs by the Patriots, 2 by the Texans so far in this game tonight. 60 total yards by New England. They had a good first drive. That is for sure. The second drive, though, nope. That was not something that you usually see from something like the 20-year vet in TB12. Vegas Vic's pointing out he wants to see Brady to N'Keal. Yeah, I'd love to see that, too, to get N'Keal Harry going. How about Jacoby Myers? I like to see that, too. The 15, number 15, number 16, getting those two involved in the passing game on number 12. Welcome in over on Sportscaster. Hey, everybody. Yes, Tom Brady's interception pass was worse than what S.L. Lindell did in hockey. Yes, indeed. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by over on Sportscaster. Hey, everybody. So currently just on this commercial break. So we're going to get right back over here in just a minute. Everyone, Patriots will get the football back. We got 38 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Watson over to Johnson for the touchdown. Texans out on top here. As this first quarter just winding down. Patriots will be able to receive this kickoff coming up. The Houston Texans about to kick this football away. Patriots are back to return it. And they'll take a knee at the back of their own end zone by Brandon Bolden. So Patriots will start out now at their own 25-yard line coming up. So here comes out Tom Brady. Hopefully he learned his lesson from the last interception. We've seen him throw picks this year. Not that many picks, but when he has thrown interceptions, they have been pretty bad so far this year. A couple picks really have sailed away from him. 1st and 10 coming up, Brady. Going in the ace formation on their center. Hands it off to Michelle up the middle as he gains around the gain of 3 to the 28-yard line. We got 30 seconds left to go in the first. See if they do run another play here or not before we end the half. 2nd down and 7 when we do get back right after this commercial break. And we'll see if they do snap it, though, right before this commercial. So 5 in the play clock. 3, 2, one, and they elect. So they go for it. So they're going to go. They snap it out 1 second. Brady back to pass left side. Overthrows Edelman on the bounce. It's incomplete. I was shocked that they snapped that football. I thought that they just let the clock run and go to the second quarter. So now we have ended quarter number 1. 7-3 Houston leading. The Patriots should be winning this game. The Patriots should be beating the Texans right now. A terrible pick, though, by Tom Brady. Set up a Duke Johnson touchdown the flat, as Kyle Van Noy was the only linebacker on him. So currently just on this commercial break. Patriots have possessed the football for 8.5 minutes now. The Texans have possessed it for 6.5 minutes so far tonight. But Houston has had the football 3 total drives. The Patriots just starting out their 3rd drive total in this game tonight. So right now, we're just currently on this commercial break. We will head right back over to the stream in a matter of moments. Welcome in. Thanks so much for stopping by over here, Gavin. I appreciate it for being a part here on the channel tonight as I call play-by-play of the game. Thanks so much for stopping by. So right now, just in the commercial break, bad interception by Tom Brady led to some points on the board by the Houston Texans. These are the QB numbers. Brady started out perfect 2 for 2 passing for 23 yards. He is now 3 for 8 throwing the ball, 29 yards through the air by Brady. 2 catches by Edelman for 23. And Deshaun Watson has 4 completions out of 6 attempts for 44 yards and a touchdown pass. As far as the running game, Sony Michel first drive, he was a third of his way there for Sony Michel to the 100 mark. He had 5 carries for 33 yards in the first drive. Now he's got 7 carries for 36. Still averaging a good amount, though, averaging 5.1 yards per carry. Gavin pointing out on the Sportscaster, next week Patriots game is going to get interesting. Yeah, Pats versus Chiefs next week in Kansas City, blowing out the Raiders today. It's going to be quite the battle, that is for sure. Big showdown with a AFC title game rematch. The Chiefs are really waking up. They really started to perform at a big high peak level earlier today against the Raiders. The Raiders on the downfall, though. Vegas Vic's pointing out on YouTube, can the offense wake up? I hope so, man. I hope this offense can wake up. It's been the weak point of this team, and Tom is so frustrated. A lot of stuff's been weak. If it wasn't for the defense, this team would be getting blown out week out and week in, week out right now. But the offense has been really weak. The rushing game has just not been able to get control this season. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Patriots. As we're back to action here, we start out the second quarter. Brady from the gun. James White in the backfield lined up to the left side. Edelman goes in motion from left to right. Brady takes the snap, drops back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Brady able to get around it. Rolls out to his right. Oh, Brady's going to run. 30, 35, 40. Slides down at the 42. Tom Brady with a run. Oh, man. And he gets the first down on it on a 3rd and 7. He got like a 10-yard gain. Oh, man, the 42-year-old. We just saw him run for the first down. Wow. Got around the pressure. Tom almost got sacked there, too. That was Jacob Martin, the outside linebacker for the Texans. Tom 5489 over on Sportscaster pointing out. Tom looking like Lamar Jackson out there. Yeah, right there. I could not believe it. Brady takes a snap, play action, back to pass, and he's going to throw as he was going down. That one's incomplete. So he gets helped up to his own feet, looking for Edelman, but could not put enough power on that pass as he was going down as he was about to launch that football. We got the first 50 seconds here in the first quarter. Patrick pointing out he had to teach them how. All starts with Tom with that run. What a run. A 13-yarder in the books there for TB12. Oh, man. 2nd and 10 coming up. Brady going out from the gun. He's got he's got James White in the backfield towards his left. 2 wide to the right. 2 to the left. Brady takes the snap. Back to pass in the pocket across the middle. He's got him. James White gets it on the reception. It's going to bring up a 3rd down, though. So first minute's done here in the second quarter as we're under 14 minutes left to go before halftime. Third down coming up. 3rd and 6. on the field for the Patriots. They need to convert. They need somebody else to step up as far as wide receivers. Can't rely on Joey and Edelman to just keep on getting third down after third down, catch after catch on third downs to move the chains. Need somebody else, because what happens if Edelman goes down? You're basically like done. You need somebody else now. Patriots with the football. Brady takes a snap all day in the world in the pocket, signaling towards the right sideline. Nobody home. It's incomplete. Jacoby Myers had a one-on-one as the Patriots wanted the flag, and it's going to fall incomplete. Patriots will have to punt this football away. Tom had all day in the pocket, too. He probably could have scrambled for that one. Yeah, Tom's not too happy. Just drops his helmet along the sideline, just puts it up right there on the bench. This offense just not coming together. Jake Bailey about to punt away this football on the 4th and 6. Most punts, well, Patriots are up there alongside the Bears and the Jets with their 60-second punt coming up. Here's the snap, and Bailey will boot this one away for punt number 62 of the season. As this one goes back, the Texans return at the 15. Going past the 20 down the right sideline, out of bounds around that 26-yard line. This is where Houston will come back right out onto the field. 7-3 the score. This game should not look like this right now on Sunday Night Football. Brady, of course, frustrated, having some words over there along the sideline. Hey, welcome in, Rob. Thanks so much for stopping by right now. Oh, man. Brady having some words right there along the sideline. I don't know who it's with, but he is frustrated. Personal foul, blindside block by Houston on the penalty flag, as that's what stopped the time. We have 13 minutes and 13 seconds left to go before halftime as we welcome you guys over to the stream tonight here on YouTube and Sportscaster. Currently, we're just on commercial break. Of course, Tom is frustrated. Nothing going Tom's way now. Another bad game with incompletions all over the place. 4 for 11 passing, 33 yards through the air and a pick. That led to a touchdown catch off the points off the turnovers by Duke Johnson Jr. So, Houston with a football coming up when we get back after this commercial break. So, yeah, unfortunate for the Patriots that the first drive was good. They couldn't put up a touchdown on the board, though. After that, it's just in trouble. Rob wants this to be Brady's last year. We'll see, man. Everybody prays out there throughout all the other fans out towards the other teams, but this hasn't been a great season for Tom, that's for sure. A lot of turnover, though, with the target at like the weapons area with wide receivers and tight ends. It's just been a problem. They haven't been able to get the tight end group together since Gronk had retired. Vegas Vic's pointing out, yeah, they're going to really have to dig deep into that playbook, figure out something, some trick plays alongside with that offense to get some things going there with Josh McDaniels and this offense to just get this team to where it is. They shouldn't be using trick plays against this type of defense either. I mean, the Texans aren't really like a standout defense this season as far as their like secondary and everything, but this is just been one of those types of games here. So currently we're just on this commercial break. We'll get right back over to action here in a matter of moments, as I call play-by-play for you guys tonight. Six first downs by the Patriots, while 5 of those were on the first drive of the game. Patriots also had most of those total yards in the first drive. Sony Michel was doing well. First drive, he had 33 rushing yards. Now he has 36. He has just been stopped on the last 2 carries, but they've gone through passing through the air instead of rushing, and that's where Brady has the same amount of rushing carries as Sony Michel as Brady has for incompletions. Tom has 4 completed passes out of 11 attempts, and he does have that interception. So here we are back to action. Texans with a football. They start out from their own 12. Watson under center takes the snap. Hands it off up the middle to Hyde. Hyde stopped back at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Of course, NBC talking about DeAndre Hopkins on Stephon Gilmore today. That whole matchup there with Hopkins for Houston. Gilmore in coverage with him. throughout the course of this game. And what Gilmore did last week was terrific up against Amari Cooper. 2nd and 10 coming up. They go into the 5-wide formation. Watson takes a snap left side. That one complete. And they move forward for the first down. They had a gain of 8 or so on the catch. They stretched it out to a gain of 10. Off the wrap-up tackle as Darren Phillips gets it for a first down. Man. He just propelled his weight right forward and got the first down out of it. He should have been wrapped up for an 8-yard gain. 1st and 10 coming up for the Texans. Watson going from the gun. He's got Johnson now in the backfield. He got the passing catch touchdown to the left of him. Hands it off to Johnson. Johnson up the middle. And gains around a gain of 7 on the carry to the 29. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 3 for Houston. We have about 11:40 left to go before halftime. Houston has been able to run the football past few plays here, able to gain a decent yardage on that one. Oh, Rob pointing out, yeah, that's a Cole profile pick, man. Watson goes, and he's going to flush out to the left side, tries to get to the first down, working on John Simon. He's got it for the first down. See here. Just gonna see here. I'm just gonna bring it up a little bit bigger. It looks pretty cool though. So Houston gets the first. Oh, they didn't get the first down. I thought they did, but it's gonna be a 3rd and 1 as they take the snap. That time they did on the run up the middle. They get the first down that time. So 1st and 10 coming up. 10.5 left to go before halftime as we welcome you guys over here. Oh, yeah, now I can. It's so cool, dude. There's the handoff up the middle to Hyde. Hyde gain of 2 on the carry. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8. So we approach the 10-minute mark left to go before halftime. Patriots need to stop this rushing attack for Houston. Houston coming on, they were tied for 2nd in the NFL as far as yards per carry this season, averaging about 5 yards per carry. Only the Ravens were the better offense in rushing for yards per carry this year. Watson going from the gun. They have it at the Patriots' 43-yard line. Bill versus Bill indeed. Watson takes the snap left side into the flat, complete to Johnson, and Johnson close to the first down marker, working on Hightower. That's going to be a problem today if they're putting on linebackers against the premier pass catching back Duke Johnson Jr. That's going to be a problem. Bill Belichick will have to address that at halftime, make a lot of adjustments because the linebackers have struggled to cover that today. It's the 2nd time. Hightower in coverage that time in the flat, working on Johnson on the route in the flat, and he gets the first down. These aren't deep passes down the field. The Texans are beating them underneath. 1st and 10 for Houston. Watson takes the snap, play action, back to pass, and he steps back. Here comes the pressure. Oh, Watson gets out of it. He's flushed out to his right, continues the play, throws downfield. It's incomplete. J.C. Jackson in coverage, try to hit Hopkins on that pass down the right sideline. I cannot believe that, though. Deshaun Watson was able to get out of that. I thought he was going to get wrapped up. Oh, my gosh. John Simon had him. And Watson just slippery, able to get right by that. Roll out to his right, extend the play. Except he wasn't able to complete it. 2nd down and 10. It's the missed tackle rate that the Patriots don't really have this year. John Simon along the sideline, winded after that one, trying to chase down Watson. Watson going from the gun here. He's got 2 to the right. Moving in motion, Kiki Cutie over towards the left. Watson takes the snap. Pump fake, passes right side. That one's complete. Oh, missed tackle down the right sideline. Past midfield to the 40, chopped up at the 37-yard line. Is Jordan Akins, the tight end. That wasn't supposed to happen. That is back-to-back plays with missed tackles by the Patriots. Let's see who was the guilty party there. Was that Chung? Yep, it was Patrick Chung. Oh, come on, Patrick Chung. Good old Chung. Missed the tackle. Should have wrapped him up. 1st and 10. Ball at the 36-yard line, the Patriots territory. They hand it off up the middle to about the 35 in the carry as Carlos Hyde gains around 1. We approach that 8-minute mark left to go before halftime here. Thanks so much for being a part here at the channel tonight. As I call play-by-play over on Final Yard Football on YouTube. We'll be back over on the basketball channel on Tuesday. We'll be calling play-by-play for college basketball once again. Some good matchups. Michigan against Louisville on Tuesday, I think at 7:30. Watson goes 5 wide from the gun. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Watson takes the snap. Back to pass across the middle. That one's complete to Hopkins. Hopkins working on Gilmore. Gets the first down. He's tackled between Gilmore and Deron Harmon. He got him for the tackle, but able to get it for the first down on the catch about a gain of 13. Hey, welcome in, Zachariah. Thanks so much, my man, for being a part here. Texans looking good. Tom Brady looking like a rookie after that interception. And that is a very rare catch off of Stephon Gilmore that DeAndre Hopkins got. DeAndre Hopkins and Michael Thomas, 2 of the top wideouts in the NFL, in my opinion. As they take the snap across the middle underneath. That's another completion for about a gain of 8 to Duke Johnson. They are crushing them underneath right now. The Patriots have trouble guarding the underneath stuff. If you throw the ball out deep, like a lot of these teams this season, it's been a problem. That's what Philly did 2 weeks ago. Zachariah pointing out Texans win 21-10. Wow. That would be a big shock, man. That would be a big shock. But this week we've had a ton of shockers going on throughout the NFL. 1st and 10 for Houston as they go. Oh, they're going to go to the end zone off the play action, and they get it for the touchdown. Darren Fells with a touchdown. This is unreal. 13-3, the Texans are winning. The Patriots, by the way, have only lost 1 game against Houston. It was back on January 3rd, 2010. 13-play drive, 88 yards downfield. Took off 5 minutes and 22 seconds off the clock. And talk about controlling the football. The Texans, on these past 3 drives, they've really started to control that football. And now they lead the time of possession by almost 3 minutes. Wow, I cannot believe that. You talk about how good the Patriots secondary is. There's another way that you can beat them. They've done it so far in this game. The snap, the hold, Fairbairn's kick. It is up. It is through. 14-3. That might be too much for the Patriots to come by for. I know they were down against Baltimore 17-0 early, but this offense just hasn't been able to click so far this season. This is going to be tough. This will be tough for these targets of the Patriots to try to do. So currently we're just on this commercial break. We will head right back over here in a matter of moments. We're on YouTube. We're on Sportscaster tonight calling play-by-play. Wow, so after the Patriots' first drive that they went down the field, they kicked the field goal. After that, the Patriots with only 1 first down. The Texans with 8 straight first downs after a 3-and-out. This is really uncharacteristic. I thought the Patriots would have, like, full momentum, too. Zachariah pointing out he wants Tom Brady to suffer. Yeah, Tom is just... nothing has been there this year as far as him and his targets with the chemistry. Talk about, like, the chemistry last season with, like, the Boston Celtics with Kyrie. It's looking like that this way with, like, the quarterback and the wide receivers this season. The chemistry just hasn't been there. Like, you cannot rely on Julian Edelman to catch, like, every single pass in the 3rd down. You need somebody else, because if Edelman does get hurt for some reason, you're basically done. Edelman has 2 out of the 4 catches for 23 yards. The other 2 catches are a reception for 4 yards by James White, and then Mohamed Sanu with a 6-yard catch. That is it. Yeah, this is a really bad offense. Worst offense, Vegas Vic's pointing out the entire season. I agree with you right now. Slow starts. Slow starts, and they're doing it once again in this game. And they've had slow finishes, too. Talk about the last couple of fourth quarters they've had. It's been awful. They can't score in the fourth quarter. It's been bad. Not even sure if they'll be able to get to 14 points tonight with this rate of a team at the moment here. Zachariah pointing out if the Texans win this, they're going to go 12-4. Yeah, I'm going to bring up that schedule. Let's see here. Take a look at that schedule. So, yeah, 7-4 if they do get that win tonight. Let's see here. Let's go to schedule. Bring this up. Denver. So, Denver, Tennessee twice, and Tampa Bay. Yeah, you guys have a good chance of going 12-4. I do not feel that Tennessee team. I have no clue how they're 7-5. Like, how in the world is Tennessee 7-5? Like, where did they come from? I don't think they're legit. They cannot make the... I just do not want them to make the playoffs. Like, I know they are putting up 30-plus points on the board, but I don't think they're for real at all. Yeah, I so agree with you, Vegas Fix. Brady cannot throw the element every time as this ball gets kicked off. Patriots return it as they go past the 15. Brandon Bolden past the 20 to the 21. He gets tackled. So that's where the Patriots will start out with the football from their own 21. So here comes out New England onto the field. They really need something. They have 6 first downs. 5 of those were on the first drive of the game. 80 total yards. The majority of those total yards were on the first drive also. And Sony Michel has 36 yards on the ground. 33 of those were on the first drive. They handed off to Burkhead. Burkhead, a pretty good run. As he dives forward to the first down marker, he gets it on a 10-yard run by Rex Burkhead to the 31-yard line. Picks up the first down. Yeah, Zachariah pointing out, why did the Patriots trade Josh Gordon? I wish they had kept him too. I feel like they didn't think that he had, like, the same, like, burst of speed that he used to, like, once have, like, back in 2014. I feel like the Patriots thought that way, but I felt that he could still be useful as they hand it off this time. Cuts towards the right. James White, big carry. Past the 35, gets around 6 or 7. He was chopped up. We do have a late flag, though, on the play. Could have got a lot more. It was a lot of green daylight out towards the right, but he did get chopped up on the tackle. So about a gain of 6. Let's check the penalty flag. And it's going to be on Edelman. A legal block in the back by Edelman. So it's going to back him up for the Patriots. So we have 5:37 left to go before halftime. Edelman just, yeah, legal block in the back. Little nudge in the back, working on Justin Reed. We tried to push in the back. Zachariah pointing out Patriots need to get a wide receiver, tight end, and quarterback in the draft. Yeah, we could have had a tight end. They should have got a tight end in the draft. They didn't even bother getting one. 1st and 17, Brady. Play action, back to pass all time. Going to air this one out deep, down the middle. Oh, it's tipped up and it's incomplete. How has that pass? It's never worked. It's never worked this season going deep for a 40-plus yard pass. That ball in double coverage is incomplete, luckily. It could have been intercepted. Tom is so lucky trying to thread it into a needle to Edelman. If you're talking about this Patriots team being down by 20 and them relying on big plays like this, they don't have it. They don't have it. I'd rather have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers be down 20 points and them come back when Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, because they have the passing attack there. I don't care if they give up 45 points and are down 45-25 at halftime. The Buccaneers can come back. If the Patriots are down by 20 at halftime, they can't. Brady across the middle, gets them first down. That was a catch by Malakos. Right out towards midfield. It's the first tight end catch of the game. Good to see 83 be able to get a catch here with the offense. Yeah, don't do that. Edelman is not a speedster. They shouldn't be forcing up a 40-plus yard deep ball in double coverage to Edelman, who's a slot guy. But yeah, Zachariah pointing out Patriots need to get a wide receiver, tight end, and quarterback in the draft. I say you could go for Tua Tagovailoa if his draft stock falls down and lands up into your hands. James White with a carry, about a gain of 2 to the 49-yard line. James White was a little bit slow to get up, but it's good to see him get up on his own power. He's able to get up. He's going right back to the huddle, so that's good. I think he might have got stuck on somebody, so that's why he might have been a little bit slow. They're showing Rob Gronkowski over here. Him working with the Lakers cheerleaders during the halftime dance over in the NBC game right now. They go back to the play. Handoff to James White, and James White gets knocked down for no yards in the carry. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 from the 49-yard line of Texans territory. They will have to get a first down. Where's Gronk? That is questions and answers about the tight ends. Well, it hasn't been an answer this whole season. The question has been there, where's Gronk? Will Gronk return? What's Gronk's big announcement? Well, he's hosting his own Gronk party in Miami for Super Bowl Sunday. He's not coming back to playing ever again, I bet you, in the NFL. He's lost 30 pounds. 3rd and 7 coming up. Brady from the gun. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Brady escapes. Brady steps up. He gets sacked. Drop back at the 48 of Texans territory. If the Texans want to win the game, it's getting sacks. They just got their 23rd sack of the season for a team at the back half of the NFL in total sacks defensively. As the Texans get it by Jacob Martin. Jacob Martin, just the pressure all around him. Yep, sack on Brady. Brady able to get around it, and then the pocket just collapses. Nobody forgot to pick up Martin. 4th and 11, Jake Bailey back at his own 34-yard line, about to punt this football away. He gets the snap, and Bailey boots this one away. Houston back to return now, angles it towards the left, and they call for a fair catch at their own 9. That's where the Texans will take over their own football, back at their own 9 when we get back after this commercial break. Not a good start for this game for the Patriots. That is for sure. Brady has 8 incompletions. 5 for 13, 57 yards through the air, has himself an interception, and he just took his first sack of the game. Somebody forgot their assignment up front, too. Sony Michel did not receive any carries on that last drive. He is stuck at 36 yards on the ground. He had 33 of those yards on the first drive of the game. As far as Houston, they haven't been able to run the ball effectively either for the Texans. They have 11 carries for 30 yards as a team right now. But Deshaun Watson with a ridiculous passer rating. 142.9 for his passer rating. Close to being perfect. As perfect as you can get is about 15 points away from that on the passer rating. 158.3 is as perfect as you can get. Deshaun Watson is 10 for 13. 116 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns. Every single, basically all those passes have been done in the flat today. Yup, wake up Patriots. They need to wake up here. I know they're playing a late game, but they need to open up their eyes. Stop falling asleep and wake up, or they'll look like the Philadelphia Eagles from earlier today. You do not want to look like Philly. Snooze alert as they lost to the Dolphins in today's game. That's a terrible loss. Some of these teams have had awful losses today. I don't know what happened, but Jacksonville has just fallen off the face of the earth with a big face plant. They lost to Tampa Bay today, 28-11. Other teams to lose, well, the Panthers have fallen off flat face off the earth too. Carolina just keeps on losing after losing. Looking at this stat, Carolina gave up 129 rushing yards off of 10 carries alone to Darius Geis of the Redskins. Like, you gotta be kidding me there. Darius Geis with his highest performance ever in NFL history for him. This game is looking like that Ravens game all over again, but at least the Patriots were able to produce that game. They can't get anything here after that first drive. Zachariah pointing out Pat's never seen anything like this before. Yeah, this is just terrible. This is just terrible. I mean, talk about a team that's looking like they could be overrated this season in the Patriots. It's just not looking good. It's looking like a same old version of Celtics and Kyrie last year. Just not a whole lot of, I mean, it's not about the team chemistry, but the offensive chemistry as far as wide receiver to quarterback is just not there. We're back to action. Watson takes the snap in the pocket, gonna step up, he gets sacked. Good thing with the defense, Chase Winovich gets the sack for a 1-yard loss, brings up a 2nd and 11. Hey, welcome in, Brent. Thanks so much for stopping by over here on the channel tonight. I appreciate it. Not looking good for the Patriots right now. Ravens are going to be in first place because of the Patriots if they do drop this game tonight. 2 minutes left to go. We've reached the 2-minute warning left to go before halftime. Patriots need to wake up. Need to make some big time adjustments coming up in this second half, and they really need to start out with that offense. So currently we're just on this commercial break. We'll head right back over to the stream, everybody, in a couple moments as I call play-by-play for you guys tonight with sports action. So right now we are on the sports dish over on Sportscaster and YouTube as well on Final Yard Football. So currently just on this commercial break. As far as the offense, it's just not there. Defense, the pass rush has sacked Deshaun Watson twice. But as far as coverage, Patriots defense has been struggling covering in the entirety of this game. Just all the underneath stuff has just been a problem. That would be big. If the defense can pick off Deshaun Watson, that would be huge indeed, Vegas Vix. Texans going to be in 3rd place. Zachariah pointing out Texans looking sharp here. Still got 2 more quarters left to go and 2 more minutes of football action before halftime. Brent pointing out, hey, no problem, man, that he hasn't been around. Stuff crazy lately. Hopefully everything's going well for you. No problem. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Whenever you guys are on, feel free just like stop by or whenever. Hopefully your Thanksgiving was good as well. Mine was pretty good. We went on vacation. Hey, there's Sam. Welcome in over here as we're on a commercial break. Man, this is devastating, Sam. Over in Sportscaster, just nothing going on for the Patriots here offensively. This is too bad. Really too bad right now. So they did pick up the sack. Coming up on the field as they will have now, it'll be a 2nd and 11 right after this 2-minute warning at the Houston 9-yard line. When we get back right after this commercial break, everybody. Vegas Vix pointing out here, Stephon Gilmore needs to play more aggressive on DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, I wish he was shut down today once again like he did against Cooper last week. But Hopkins has 2 catches for 30 yards. Zachariah pointing out the Pats going 11-5. Look at their schedule. Kansas City has been going and rolling really hot lately, though. So I wouldn't blame you with that game. That's going to be a good matchup next week for the Chiefs. Buffalo, of course, that will be a tough matchup. 4:30 on a Saturday. And then they take on the Dolphins, who stunned the Eagles earlier today. Miami has come such a long way. They also got the Bengals on December 15th at Cincinnati. And Cincinnati picked up a victory today against the Raiders, who are just plummeted way downward. They're back to action. Here's a handoff, right side counter, and that's about a gain of 2. It's about the 11-yard line by Duke Johnson Jr. It'll be a 3rd down and coming up on the field, 3rd and 9 for the Texans. Yeah, Vegas Vix pointing out he honestly wouldn't be shocked if the Patriots don't make the Super Bowl. I feel like this is what we were feeling like last season when they had lost those 2 straight games in a row to Miami and Pittsburgh. Like, I was like, there's no way that the Patriots would make the Super Bowl last year. And then they took on Buffalo. I thought they wouldn't even beat Buffalo. They beat them 24-12. That pass to the right side, it is complete to only the 15, though. On the catch. That's a catch by Kenny Stills, but not enough for the 1st down. The Texans will have to punt it away, and Bill Belichick elects to take his first time out before halftime. So 1:10 left to go before half. Moving on to another commercial break right now. Zachariah pointing out the Browns have come a long way. Yeah, they would have come a long way if they had been able to get the victory today. But, yeah, before that they were doing pretty well, but 5-7 now for Cleveland. I thought it'd be a different season for Cleveland. But winning that 3-game winning streak was good, though, for the Browns. And then they just, another bad loss today against the Steelers. And they did it with a 3rd-string quarterback in Devlin Hodges, who was out there for Pittsburgh. So 4th and 4 now onto the field. Houston will punt off this football back to the Patriots. Trevor Daniel, he'll be standing at around his own end zone, about to punt this football away, coming up for Houston. As he gets the snap, and he'll boot this one away. No special teams blocks today for the Patriots so far. Drifting back Sanu. Sanu fields it and calls for a fair catch at his own 31. So that's where the Patriots will start out, at their own 31-yard line, when we get right back into this game, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by tonight. Welcome over to the channel. Ohio State 56, Michigan 27. How is everyone? Everyone is going well. Thanks so much for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, you guys definitely enjoy the #1 spot at the top of the rankings. That is for sure. Man, J.K. Dobbins is a beast. I watched that game yesterday. He is a beast out there with his 4 rushing touchdowns. Justin Fields, the man. Oh, man, what a great team. They're going to the national title game. It's going to be Ohio State versus LSU in the title game. That is for sure. Right now, we're just on commercial break, everybody. If you guys enjoy the channel, hit those thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as I call play-by-play here. Sports action. Right now, we're just on commercial break. Patriots just cannot stop Deshaun Watson. Hey, welcome in, Vaughn. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hopefully, everything's well with you, Vaughn, with your first full week or so after your move. Hopefully everything's well, and hopefully you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving also. So thanks for being a part here, and hopefully everything went well on John's stream tonight. I know John streamed a game 2 hours ago. We started out with a hockey game over there on Off the Wall Hockey. Feel free to subscribe to Off the Wall Hockey. That's on YouTube. That's my friend John's channel. It's probably catching the second half of this game, probably. Ohio State 56, Michigan 27 points out. Yeah, Brown hate the Colts right now. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you about today's game against Tennessee. I did not expect Tennessee to have a 7-5 record this year. Man, Derrick Henry had 149 rushing yards. He's a second half of the season player for Derrick Henry in Tennessee. That's insane. Let's see. I'm just gonna bring up Tennessee's schedule because I'm worried about this team. What if they make the playoffs? Oh goodness, they got. Oh gosh. Okay, they got Oakland next week. Yeah, Oakland's falling face flat on the earth. So Oakland's lost today big time against the Chiefs. Then they take on the Texans 2 times to close up the season. And then the Saints in the middle of that on December 22nd. If they can beat the Saints, that is something. That is something impressive for Tennessee. Now we're back to action. 1st and 10 Patriots with the football. They need to score points before halftime. Brady going up from the gun. James White in the backfield towards the right. Edelman lined up to the right side. 2 to the right. 2 to the left. White in the backfield towards the right. With 1:05 left to go. 1 minute drill. Brady takes the snap back to pass. Right side pass. And coming back to the football. He's got him. Jacoby Myers was his feet in bounds. We're going to take a look. Yes, it was a catch. There's a flag down, though. We'll take a look at the penalty. Yeah, I can understand that. And that's a holding penalty by the defense. Holding penalty by the defense for the Texans. Automatic first down by the Patriots. Jonathan Joseph commits the penalty. Let's see those 2 feet. Jacoby Myers. You can't see on that replay. It's going right over. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, that is close. I think he got it. Though, looking at that. Vaughn pointing out bad loss for UConn football against Temple yesterday. Yep. Brady takes the snap, and this play is going to be reviewed on the fields. So they'll take a look at this play on the field right now. It'll be reviewable to see if Jacoby Myers did have the catch. Anyway, the Texans committed the penalty. Let's take a look here. It looks to be too close. I can't see anything from the above camera replay. So what are you doing, NBC? Return me back to the side. Here we go. Here it comes, the catch. Oh, man, that's too close. It's too close. I wish I had, still mode on the TV so I can show you guys that. Let's see here. UConn football played yesterday. Previous play is under review. Yeah, UConn, terrible loss against Temple, 49-17. The good, the bad, the ugly of UConn football's 2019 football season. That is titled by the Hartford Courant, the local newspaper for the UConn football team. Oof. Big, big oof. At least they beat UMass. That is the only good, encouraging victory there for UConn this year. At least they beat UMass, Vaughn. Currently just on commercial break as they are taking a look at what just happened on the field. That is close with Jacoby Myers. We weren't able to, like, freeze the television screen, so if NBC had been able to do that, that would be cool, but they didn't. If that play stands, that would be Tom's 6th completed pass of the game. The first one to Jacoby Myers tonight, if he does haul in for the catch. We have around like a minute left to go in this football game as well. So thanks so much for being a part here tonight as we're on Sportscaster. We're on YouTube. Calling play-by-play tonight of this football game. Welcome over to the broadcast. I appreciate it. Eric, thanks so much for stopping by, my man. I appreciate it here over on Sportscaster. Also on YouTube as well, calling play-by-play. I'm thinking about doing the Louisville game. Eric, I think Louisville takes on Michigan on Tuesday. Hopefully I'll be able to do that game if I'm able to get it for you guys. That's going to be such a good matchup. Michigan should be ranked this week as far as college basketball. And then it should be in there. Yeah, Louisville takes on Michigan. Both of those teams undefeated. How about Michigan? They beat, I think they beat Texas Tech the other night. Michigan's looked red hot. Like, that's been a huge shocker. I didn't think they're supposed to be this good. Losing Jordan Poole to the... That's on ACC Network. Let me see here. Interesting. I wonder if I can get it. I'm going to see. I think that's on Tuesday. Let's see. I'm going to bring it up in just a moment. See, college basketball men's. I think it's on Tuesday because Michigan State Duke is the game after that, I think. That's 7:30. Michigan Louisville. Oh, it's on ESPN. It's on ESPN as well. So if I'm able to get that, I'll be able to cover it for guys. Zachariah pointing out Ravens and Seahawks in the Super Bowl. He's pointing out. I'd say Ravens right now look like the team to beat. That's for sure. This Patriots team doesn't look good at all. Jacoby Myers appeared to have control of that football. They call it a catch. It's a first down. Mac Brown going to a bowl game there for UNC. That's awesome. Vaughn pointing out for a basketball-type school. 59 seconds left to go before halftime. They take the snap back to pass. Brady going to air this one out deep down the left side, and nobody was even home. The camera didn't even know where the football went. Oh, man. They had, I think it was Edelman open across the middle, way down the field, and Brady just launches it. It was miscommunication there with somebody, and it falls incomplete. Yeah, Michigan beat UNC and Gonzaga. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, it was Creighton who beat Texas Tech, I think. It's crazy how this week of college basketball has went down. Very crazy. Stephen F. Austin beating Duke on a game-winning layup off a steal. Brady takes the snap, passes right side, complete to Myers, stays in bounds, and close to the first down. It's going to be either 9 or 10 here. It's close. It's going to be a 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 1 on a 9-yard gain, they say. 48 seconds left to go before half. Eric pointing out ripping his bracketology. Yeah, a couple of my teams from the predictions from the offseason didn't go so well already. I didn't predict Michigan to be in the top 25 for college basketball. I thought it'd be a rebuilding year. Handoff up the middle to White. White bouncing off a tackler, getting more. Past the 40 to the 39 of Texas territory as Belichick will call a timeout with 39 left to go on the clock. Oh, no. Yep, they do. They call a timeout. Yeah, they do call a timeout. That clock kept on going, and I thought I heard whistles before that. Let's see. Zachariah pointing out, yep, LSU versus Ohio State in the title game. I totally agree with that, Zachariah. That is something that I definitely want to see. And no Alabama. That's the good thing. Eric pointing out on Sportscaster, he was supposed to have his bracketology for rumboys.com done. Thursday still hasn't been fully revised. Still got time for that. That's awesome, dude, that you're able to write sports. That's so cool. Keep up the good work and everything. I appreciate the work that you do on Sportscaster, everything that you do. It's awesome, man. It's awesome. So keep up the good work, Eric. Yes, sweet home, no Alabama. 41 seconds left to go before half. Brady going from the gun right now. He's got 2 wide to the left. One of them's Edelman. It's 1 wide to the right. James White in the backfield. Brady takes a snap from the pocket, releases this one deep down the left sideline. One-on-one coverage, and the ball is tipped up. Dorsett couldn't haul it in. It's incomplete. It's going to stop the clock with 36 seconds. I appreciate it, Eric. Thanks so much. Yes, you too. It's all about the content here. All about the content on Sportscaster and YouTube that I stream for you guys. Not all about the little mini streams just to bypass people. Just to, you know, do all that stuff. It's all about putting in the hard work, getting the content. And people appreciate that. As Brady goes from the gun, 2 wide to the right, 2 to the left. He takes the snap. Back to pass across the middle. That one juggled up in the air. It's incomplete. Threw a little bit low to Jacoby Myers, too. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Brady just cannot hit these. Myers fell down, though, sliding to the ground. Vaughn pointing out no Alabama versus Clemson, the national championship. Yep. We don't need to see that again. We've seen it too many times in the past. I think we can move on from that. I was taking a look at college basketball. I'm really surprised that the Texas Longhorns have never been to the national title game for college basketball. That's a shocker for me. Brady going on a 3rd down at the 41 of Houston territory. Brady takes a snap. Back to pass in the pocket. Steps up. Launches. That pass is batted down. And it's incomplete. Houston thought it was a fumble. Stops the clock with 26 seconds left. 4th down coming up here. That football got batted down by Bernadrick McKinney. Brady was trying to thread the needle and it just got batted down on the jump. Eric pointing out, kind of feels bad. He was 11th in the weekly leaderboard, down to 30 views at 11:30 last night, so went into desperation mode with his streams. That was crazy last night. Everybody was streaming. That was insane. That was like addiction at its finest. Like, I felt so bad too. 4th and 10 because I was calling the Oklahoma State game. I wanted to call it, and I wanted to stop like in between Kerry and Sam as far as views. And then I saw that somebody kept on stream after stream to catch me up, and he passed Sam too, and was almost beating me. And he wrecked it all. He wrecked it all. I wanted to stop in between Kerry and Sam and call it a night. As that ball gets punted away by the Patriots, we got 15 seconds left to go before halftime. Yeah, that kid who I'm talking about, I think is 3rd on the leaderboard right now, and he has done like 7, 8, or 9 streams tonight. Today he has done so many streams. I'm not gonna be streaming like as much as like the past. I'll be whatever I call it here on YouTube. I'll be calling on Sportscaster as well. I'm just gonna let it run. But as far as the leaderboard and stuff like that, like I'll take like a back of the pack and everything. I don't care what I even get on the leaderboard as far as Sportscaster. Like I can take it if I finish like 13th, 14th for the week. That's fine with me. If I don't get any money, I just enjoy being a part here and streaming, so that's awesome. Matty Joe pointing out, do you think that the Patriots can still pull it off? I feel like Belichick's will be able to make the adjustments in the second half. I hope this will be a totally different contest here in the second half. I think it's going to be a whole lot closer here. As far as the offense, they need to get something going. So I feel like this game will be a whole lot closer. That's what we need to be treated here for a Sunday night football game. Vaughn pointing out Texas has been to a national championship in football. Yes, they have. Vince Young was the quarterback back in the day. I remember I was in elementary school in 2005. So Deshaun Watson takes the snap. He takes a knee, and this one goes into halftime right now. 14-3 the score. So we are at half. And as far as the Patriots, just nothing going on offensively. But besides the first drive that they were able to put on 3 points on the board, but nothing else. Eric pointing out, yep, addiction at his finest reminded him of view manipulation at his finest. Yep. Yeah, some of the people on Sportscaster, it's gotten to the point for me that, like, I'm looking at the leaderboard and stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, I work a full-time job here. I don't do this as a living. I'm not like the people at the top of the leaderboard where I'm like dying to make money like these people. I actually have a full-time job and I make money that way. This is just something that I do for fun, and I enjoy doing broadcasting it and everything. Having the YouTube channel, having the Sportscaster channel just as a second platform here, just to do when I do have free time, like 2 hours every weeknight or so, 2 or 3 hours when I'm able to call a basketball game for a football game for you guys and stuff like that. Matty Joe pointing out, what's your Super Bowl prediction? I'm gonna say, oh man, I'll say Saints and the Ravens right now for the Super Bowl. So I'll say Saints and the Ravens, Ravens and Seahawks. Pointing out Zachariah, that's a good possibility too. But as it looks right now, Baltimore is unstoppable. Baltimore is indeed unstoppable. Patriots got to wake up their offense, that is for sure. Vegas Vic's pointing out Ravens versus Saints too. Let's see here. Eric pointing out he went to Naizi Gahuzi's stream and flat out trolled him. I think I saw that a couple nights ago. Little Nahuzi Goozy, we call him here. What is up, Blue Fox Boy? Thanks so much here for being a part here of the channel. Sure, man. I'll put that link in the Sportscaster for you over here as well, over on YouTube. So there you go, guys. Feel free to join that over on Sportscaster since I'm on it right now. Yeah, I was number 3 on Sportscaster until last Sunday. 24 straight days for the month. I was doing my thing on Sportscaster. We were consistent for the entire month. We weren't going at it like some of the other people were trying to like try way too hard to get views and everything. We were just trying to like focus on being a part of the leaderboard at the very top and trying to be consistent with our streams and making sure to give you the best quality content ever, whatever it was. NFL game picks and predictions, college basketball upset videos. A lot of hard work was put into that Sportscaster content, and all that just got wiped away on day 25 on November 25th when somebody passed me doing like a 4,000 live view stream, and that is what happened there. So we went from having money at the 3rd place for the leaderboard for the monthly to going to 0 and getting wiped away. So that is unfortunate there. All that hard work got wiped away, but it's okay. Still gonna leave on Sportscaster for you guys, so feel free to drop by if you guys would like. As far as the streams that I used to do before, I'm probably not gonna do as much. I'm just gonna do a lot of the play-by-play games. As far as like the game picks and predictions, stuff that took a lot of time, I'm probably not gonna do that much because there's like some people that try to gain like over 1,000 views and things like that they think they can beat me. Let's see here, back to the chat. Zachariah pointing out Packers can make it. I don't know about that with the Packers making it compared to what they did last week against the 49ers. They played against the Giants, but they beat the Giants. They crushed them, but last week against the 49ers, there was just nothing going on in that game for Green Bay. Patriots versus Seahawks, Vegas Fix pointing out. I hope that would be a great matchup. I hope that the Patriots can really figure this out. I do get paid on Sportscaster when I place in the top 10. So I'll put in that link for you guys over here if you guys would like to join me over on Sportscaster. I do get paid by the weekly if I do place in the top 10 and the monthly if I do place in the top 3. I was top 3 for the first 24 days, and then I got bypassed and finished at number 4. But that's okay, because I actually do not live off of this for my monthly income, like maybe some other people would have that for. This is actually something that I just do for you guys, like probably like 2-3 hours a day or a night or so, because I actually work like a full-time job. But welcome over here. Thanks so much for the follow. Tom5489, I appreciate it. Thanks so much for the follow. Thank you so much here. Let's see. Zachariah pointing out Pats versus Saints. Drew Brees versus Tom Brady. That would be an ideal matchup. That is for sure. That would be a fantastic matchup. I was waiting for that matchup last year, and I couldn't get it. Unfortunately, because the no call, which landed the Rams into the Super Bowl, and the Rams this year just haven't been that great. It looks like they probably won't even get a playoff spot. So currently just on the commercial break, Tom Brady, another struggling night. 7 completions out of 19 attempts. He's got 12 incompleted passes with only a passer rating of 28.8 right now. He's got 82 yards through the air, also an interception. Deshaun Watson, 11 for 14. He's got a good passer rating here, 142.6 so far for his passer rating. That is about 16% from being, or 16 points from being perfect out of 158.3, as Watson has completed 11 of those passes out of 14 attempts for 122 passing yards. So right now we're just on this commercial break. We will head right back over to this game in a minute. Eric pointing out, who do I think will win the 2020 World Series? I don't follow baseball that much here, but I don't know, whatever happens in like the off season and everything. I'll say the Dodgers for now, but there's gonna be probably tons of stuff that happens in the off season. The whole thing was crazy though a couple weeks ago with a bombshell with a Houston Astros cheating scandal. How they used like garbage cans inside the dugout to go boom boom, or like boom, like they signaled different booms, whether it was a changeup or a fastball or a curveball. That was crazy how they were cheating back in the 2017 World Series doing that. Vegas Vic's pointing out Bill Belichick's probably so heated right now talking to his team at halftime. Yeah, I like to see on the Patriots YouTube channel, just type in New England Patriots on YouTube. They got a YouTube channel if you didn't know that already. And they upload all their videos from like the post game from like all their games besides the ones that they lose, I'm pretty sure. They just do the sounds and sights to those games. They do the sounds and sights to the Ravens game. But after they do win a game, they go like Patriots post game locker room speech with Matthew Slater. They do all that stuff. And you can see the players' reactions after the game in the locker room. And I can only imagine what this one is going to be afterwards. Because the first half, just nothing has clicked going on in the first half. Matty Joe pointing out Dodgers going to choke. I like to see the Red Sox into the World Series. So, yeah, Vegas Vic's pointing out, imagine if the Red Sox win the World Series again. That'd be so cool, but I just don't know about this, like, off-season with the Red Sox and everything. Like, where Mookie Betts lands, too. So you might lose them in this off-season. But I'm pointing out Week 15 has been flexed. Bills and Steelers, the Sunday Night Football. Whoa. Buffalo on a Sunday night game. There we go. Wow. So, 7 minutes ago, by the NFL, that game has been flexed. Vikings-Chargers have been moved to 4:05. That makes sense. Chargers have just not been good this year either. Let's see, our Chargers played Denver today. That game went down to the final seconds. And Denver beat them 23-20. Yeah, Chargers have a record of 4-8. What a terrible season this year for LA. Matty Joe, Red Sox fan, same boat as me. Week 13. I have it up here for you guys on the Final Yard football thing. It is Week 13 of the NFL. So we're going to get to the second half here in just a moment. Let's see here. NBA champion. Oh, man. I think it's going to be close. I think Western Conference Finals. The Western Conference will determine the champ, I feel like, this year. It's either going to be the Clippers or the Lakers, whoever wins the Western Conference Finals. I'll go with the Clippers, though. I'll say Kawhi as a playoff player. I feel like Kawhi and Paul George will be able to take it over the Lakers. I think that series could go into 7, though, in the Western Conference Finals. As far as the East, I really hope that the Celtics will be able to go right back into the NBA Finals. That'd be so cool. But I feel like the Celtics will get close. I think they'll go to the Eastern Conference Finals, but probably get beat by Milwaukee. I think it's going to be a close series, though. But I'll say Milwaukee against the Clippers. But I'll say the LA Clippers will win it for the NBA champion. Yeah, I wish we could have 2017 Tom Brady, or even better, the 2016 version of Tom Brady, Blue Fox Boy. Has the Bills ever played on Sunday night? I believe they have. I believe like once or so. Let me just check this here. Since Sunday Night Football was started, that wasn't too long ago. I think that was like 2006. Bills versus Steelers is the Sunday Night Football game. Let's see here for Buffalo. Just want to see. Do they have team records like Sunday night? I think they have something called Sunday Night Football results that I'll get for you guys. Okay, wow. Patriots played the Bills on Sunday Night Football back in 2007, and the Patriots won that game 56 to 10. So Buffalo has played on Sunday Night Football their second ever game. This is their second game. So they have played once in 2007. They lost 56 to 10. So Buffalo has played once. They lost that game. The Jaguars have played twice on Sunday Night Football. They won one and lost one. Let's see who has the fewest appearances. Buffalo has the fewest appearances with one. And then the Browns with two. Two losses. And then the Jaguars with 2 appearances. The Buccaneers with 2 appearances. The Dolphins with 3. Tennessee with 4. The Raiders with 5. The LA Rams with 6. The Panthers and the Jets with 8. So those are the Sunday Night Football appearances. Let's see here. Back to the chat. Rockets looking good. Matty Joe is pointing out. Yep, Rockets looking good. James Harden dropping like 60 the other night. And the Mavericks too. Zachariah, yes, Zachariah is a Houston fan. Zachariah, Astros fan, not a bandwagon. Yeah, I've got a good friend that I know that he's kind of like somebody who we work closely with at the radio station, and they send all my stuff out to him. He's like our voiceover dude that actually is the PA announcer at Minute Maid Park for the Houston Astros baseball team, and he also calls play-by-play over for the Houston Cougars football team also. Blue Fox Boy pointing out his Denver Nuggets gonna finally prove everybody wrong. That's another team too to watch out for. Denver. The team that's been struggling this year as far as NBA is the Portland Trail Blazers. Like, they have just dropped big time from, like, last year to this season. They have just jumped off the cliff. Vaughn pointing out Week 16 Sunday night games should be flexed. Let's see what we have there for Week 16. I'll bring it up. Alright, so we're getting ready for the third quarter. Just a couple moments. Patriots will get the football off the kickoff. Patriots struggling in that first half. Other than the first drive of the game, other than that, the Patriots not getting much going on. But they do lead the total yards department in first downs, however. 10 first downs for the Patriots, 146 total yards. If it wasn't for that Brady interception, this game would look entirely different here at the moment. So let's see, our Week 16, Colts against Saints. Oh no, that's 15. Or no. That's 12-16. We're back to action in this game here. 12-23. And that ball goes and gets kicked off. Oh, Chiefs versus Bears. Yeah, Chiefs versus Bears. So Patriots going to start out at their own 25-yard line. That kick goes to the back of the end zone. Let's see. Chiefs versus Bears. Who would be flexed to that? Because the Ravens take on the Browns. That's probably not going to do it. Interesting matchup. If Tennessee keeps on winning, they take on New Orleans. That game could possibly be flexed. That'd be interesting. And then the Saturday games, it's not too much to choose for because you got games already scheduled in for Saturday. Brady takes a snap, first play, run up the middle, and no gain at all by Sony Michel. Yeah, Carmelo has been pretty good for the Trailblazers, though. Okay, yeah, Blazers coming back, though. Yeah, I know they started out the season they were struggling at the very start of the season, but they got Carmelo and trying to build back now. Vegas Vic's pointing out Patriots offense better get things going right now or else. Yeah, this is not looking good. Not looking good when the last 2 games we've scored 17 and 13 points. And the majority of those points have been scored in the first half. Patriots with the football, 2nd and 10. Brady takes the snap, play action, back to pass, steps up into the pocket and releases downfield, left side. Oh, he gets intercepted to the 30. Down the right sideline, 20. It's going to be close to a pick six. Slips past Tooney and down at the 4-yard line. Oh my gosh, we have a flag though. This could save the Patriots. We have a flag down. We have a flag down here. Oh, it's a defensive hold. Patriots get lucky. Defensive hold by Bradley Roby results in the first down by the Patriots. Bradley Roby holding on to Philip Dorsett. Yeah, just hooks his arm. Gets called for the hold. Roby read the football well, though, and just jumped the route, picked it right off. So 1st and 10 now for the Patriots. Brady goes from the shotgun formation. He takes the snap. Hands it off up the middle to Michelle. Michelle on the carry for about the gain of 4. It's going to bring up about a 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Patriots right now. They got lucky. They got really, really lucky on the last play. All right, under 13:40 left to go in the 3rd. Brady going from the gun, got James White lined up to the left side. Burkhead going to motion towards the right. Brady takes the snap back to pass in the pocket. Pump fake, launches right side. That one's incomplete. Over to Burkhead. He was diving out for another incompleted pass. Going to bring up a 3rd and 8. Brady is 7 for 19 tonight. And that is all. 3rd and 6 coming up now for the Patriots as we have 13.5 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, Zachariah pointing out Brady looks like Ryan Leaf right now. Yeah, Ryan Leaf and Jamarcus Russell, just 2 of the biggest busts ever in the NFL. Brady takes the snap. Oh, gosh, somebody forgot their block. There goes the pressure. And Bradley Roby sacks Tom Brady, just flying out of nowhere right there with a blitz. Going straight up the middle. What a play they tossed in right there. Romeo Crennel for the defense, calling that blitz by Bradley Roby, just straight up the middle. Nobody blocked him. And the Patriots have to punt it away. 4th and 16. They stand back at their own 10-yard line with Jake Bailey. It's been a tough game. Bailey gets the snap. He boots this one away from his own 15. The Texans back to return, and they do. They pass their own 20 down the right side, 25, 30. They try to cut towards up a little bit, and they get tackled around the 32. It's where Houston will have the football. Man, these reactions from Tom Brady, these are terrible, terrible throws in tonight's game. Deshaun Watson, of course, loving it. Man, this is bad Tom Brady. It's just bad, bad, bad football by TB12 tonight. This is talking about like Brett Favre all over again at the end of his career. You're talking about Max Kellerman talking about the cliff tomorrow on his talk show. I bet you that he'll talk about that. 7 for 20 passing by Tom Brady for only 82 yards, 1 interception. Could have got picked off a 2nd time by Roby if he wasn't called for that holding penalty. Now, that's just bad. Just terrible football. QB rating of 27.5. Zachariah pointing out Brady needs to retire. Oh, man. This is just bad. Let's see. We're just going to pull up some NFL stats. The Texans don't even have like a standout defense either. I mean, I can expect those numbers when Brady takes on a team like the 49ers, but this is inexcusable. You're taking on a team like Houston. What are you doing here, Tom? Defensive leaders in the NFL. Let's bring this up. Let's see how Houston ranks against the pass. I don't think they're not top 10. Houston is bottom of the pack against the pass. Houston is 25th in the NFL in passing defense. That is inexcusable. Only the Falcons, the Giants, the Raiders, the Seahawks, the Lions, the Buccaneers, and the Cardinals are worse against the pass than the Houston Texans passing defense. They've limited TB12 to only 82 passing yards. Tom5489 pointing out Tom Brady doesn't look like he enjoys playing anymore. That too. Like, there's just no chemistry there with him and the young guys as far as wide receivers. Let's see here on YouTube. Zachariah pointing out Brady looks like Peyton Manning near the end of his career. Yep, and that defense, that was what covered the Denver Broncos when Peyton Manning went to the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning had a terrible game that season where he went to the Super Bowl. There was one game during the regular season. I think he threw like 5 interceptions in the first half. Bad loss for the Jets today, indeed, Vaughn. I didn't expect them to lose to Cincinnati. 12.5 left to go in the third quarter. Texans get the football on the 1st and 10. Watson going 5 wide from the gun. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Duke Johnson Jr. lined up to the right side as Watson takes the snap. Back to pass. Here comes Hightower. Hightower chasing Watson. And Watson gets dropped back at the 21. So that's the sack that they needed for the Patriots. Dante Hightower coming flying in, taking down Watson. As Watson takes sack number 3 tonight. Now they need to force a turnover. That's what the Patriots need to do. Matty Joe pointing out they should put Edelman at quarterback. That would be so cool. I wish, man, that would be a sight to see. He is perfect this season on his passes with that trick play to Dorsett in the end zone 2 weeks ago against Philly. Watson 5 wide once again. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Watson takes the snap. Back to pass across the middle. That one deflected and batted down. Intended for Kenny Stills, and he dropped it in and out of his hands. Brings up 3rd and 19. Vegas Vic's pointing out how are the Patriots losing against the Lamar Jackson, a non-Lamar Jackson team. Watson trying to stretch out his foot. He might have got dinged up a little bit on that pass as he released the football. But a 3rd and 19 coming up for Houston. I wasn't expecting this at all. 3 points only by the Patriots against the number 25 defense in the NFL. 3rd and 19 from their own 22-yard line. They screen it out right side over to Johnson. Johnson with blockers out in front. Past the 25, 30, knocked down. Past the 35, knocked down at the 37. Just shy of the first down marker. Needed to get to the 41. It's going to be a 4th and 4. Vaughn pointing out Jets can't be losing to the Bengals. Yeah, I just did not see that coming either today, Vaughn. Jets should not be losing to teams like Cincinnati. You got their first victory today. Texans are good. Zachariah is pointing out. Yeah, this game's a statement that Houston is making. They're doing it on national television at the moment. 11 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Trevor Daniel about to punt away this football. Coming up for the Houston Texans. So he gets the snap and he boots this one away. Angles it towards the right side. And Sanu calls for a fair catch of the 6. So that's where the Patriots will get it back. Oh, man. Nothing going on offensively. If you flip the field like that, it's going to be a rough night for the Patriots. They'll start back at their own 6-yard line. The deepest they have started in their own territory once we get back after this commercial break. It's been a rough night at the office here as far as Brady passing the ball. Yeah, and Edelman hasn't seen any, action here since early out of the first quarter. For that first drive, he was able to get those 2 catches, moving the chains for a 23-yard reception, 23 yards in those 2 catches, a 12-yarder and 11-yarder across the middle on slants. Other than that, Edelman has been silent for the rest of the game. So there you have it. Yeah, they're going to cover Edelman double covered every time throughout the remainder of this, and that's a good game plan by the Texans for sure. They'll have to force the passes in. Houston wants Tom to force passes in there to other wide receivers that haven't received much chemistry attention with Tom Brady throughout the years. New type of receivers such as Mohamed Sanu, players like N'Keal Harry just getting off the IR, Jacoby Myers, who's a rookie. I mean, this is tough. This is very tough, and Sony Michel had 33 out of his 40 rushing yards in that first drive. Other than that, he has been silent. They've done a great job plugging the hole, too, and stopping the run. Vegas Vic's pointing out he misses Antonio Brown. That might have shot the Patriots itself right down. Signing Antonio Brown, and that whole thing happens with AB. It's too bad that they weren't able to keep up. But because of not having Antonio Brown, they had to release Demaryius Thomas from the roster. And they kind of missed out on a couple of other key players that they were able to pick up that didn't. Yeah, Patriots do need a big play ability kind of playmaker, able to get separation out there. And they haven't been able to do so. They lack big plays. I think they're at like the bottom of the NFL as far as explosive plays this season. They got to be like second to last or dead last. Like this is a team that will go into the end zone and do like a 16 to like 20 play drive or something crazy and go down the field for like 75, 80 yards. This is not the team that will go down the field for like a 2-3 play drive and score a touchdown. Vaughn pointing out doesn't feel happy right now because he has another day at this bad new school tomorrow. People are tired of him talking about his new school. Sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully everything will be much better week, as that's a run up the middle by Sony Michel. Gain of about 5 in the carry to the 11-yard line. So the Patriots have the football right now. Hopefully everything will get better here, Vaughn. I feel you, dude. Hopefully everything will get better in the future. Let's see here. Matty Joe pointing out really needs the Texans to lose this game so the Colts have a chance at the postseason. That too. It would be a battle between the Texans and the Colts. Watch out for Tennessee, though. I just can't believe Tennessee is 7-5. Like, I don't know where in the world they came from. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Patriots. They go into ace formation. They take the snap, Brady. Back to pass, looking left. Launches this one, and nobody even close to the football. It's incomplete. Oh, man, there was no white jerseys around it. 2 blue jerseys. Oof. Vegas Vic's pointing out Patriots need to win this game more than the Colts. I think everybody needs to beat Tennessee. Everybody needs to beat Tennessee. I don't think that team's legit at all. I don't know how in the world they came from the bottom of nowhere. They have just risen. Kind of sounds similar to something else that I know. They just come right out of nowhere, and they just surpassed other teams. 3rd and 5 coming up. 9:58 left to go in the third, and Ted Karras is down for the Patriots. Oh, man, you can't have him down. That's your center for the team. So James Ferentz comes onto the field. He'll be the next man up as far as the center here as Ted Karras hobbles off the field on a 3rd and 5 for the Patriots. So here we come up, 3rd and 5 for New England with under 10 minutes left to go in the third. Brady goes from the gun. New center into the game now as James Ferentz is in there. Snaps the ball to Brady. Brady back to pass and completes that one close to the chains, and Mohamed Sanu catches it. He says first down. We'll see where they spot it. Yep, they say first down. He's got it. So first down on the catch by Mohamed Sanu. He picks up the first down. 9.5 left to go in the third quarter. James White out of the backfield. Tom Brady on their center. 2 wide to the left. Takes the snap, Brady. Hands it off to White down the right side. Oh, he's got a big carry. 25-30, 35-40. Dragged down past the 45 at around midfield. Picks up the first down. That's the big play they needed for. Finally, they're able to get something. A non-passing play, but pounding the rock. We have 9 minutes left to go in the third. Some signs of life. The blocking down towards the right side. They were able to get it. Matt Lacoste able to help out alongside Mohamed Sanu. Sanu was the big one. Able to create the hole, and they got the first down. 1st and 10, 8:40 left to go in the third. Brady takes a snap play action and back to pass across the middle. Ooh, that was dangerous. Try to force it into Edelman. It's incomplete. Lucky it wasn't picked off. Justin Reed in coverage. He almost had a pick. It's too close. That was way too close. Texans got caught off guard there. That James White ran the football, not Michelle. 2nd and 10. Brady going from the gun. It's got Lacoste lined up to the right side alongside. That's Sanu, takes the snap, hands it off and delayed handoff over to White. White past the midfield marker to the 45, diving forward to about the 45-yard line, brings up a third down. So we're under 8.5 left to go in the third. Third and 4 coming up. Brady goes from the gun, 2 wide to the right, 2 to the left. He takes the snap. Draws back to pass across the middle. That one's complete over to Sanu, close to the marker. We'll see where they spot it. They might mark this a little bit shorter than usual. We'll take a look at it, where we see that football. We got 7:40 left to go in the third, and this time ticking down. Fourth down, I say. So it's going to be 4th and inches for the Patriots. I thought that was a first down. Taking a look at it, Sanu just barrel rolling right down at that first down marker. I thought he got it. 4th and inches, though, they call for it, so the Patriots keep their offense back. Here we have it. They have it at the 41 of Texans territory. Brady goes from the ace formation. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Brady takes the snap. Play action. Back to pass. Left side. That one is dropped. Oh, man. Sanu. Oh, you had it in your hands and you dropped it on the 4th down. Oh, Tom's gonna hate that. Mohamed Sanu had it in butterfingers as he didn't come down with it. Jonathan Joseph in coverage. And nothing going the Patriots' way today. Why just sneak? You can just sneak it in there. 4th and inches. Just try for the quarterback sneak. They didn't. They tried to go past something that they've struggled with all game. You know what the incompletion count is? Brady is 9 for 25 tonight. That is sad. 9 for 25. 90 yards through the air and a pick. QB rating of 30.4. He's taken 2 sacks as well. And that's what you do on 4th and 1. You don't go for a QB sneak on a 4th and inches. You go and go play action pass over to Sanu. And Sanu drops it. It's just bad. Bad football tonight. In today's game, Sanu's had 5 targets, has hauled in 3 of those for 14 yards. That is it by Mohamed Sanu. Matt Lacoste hauled in his only target for a 24-yarder. Matty Joe pointing out this is the only time he will root for the Patriots. Wow, I didn't think that this game would be like this. They're going up against the number 25 defense against the pass. And this is how they struggle. They struggle like this tonight. I've never seen anything like this. So currently we're just on this commercial break. We're going to head right back over to the stream as we welcome you guys in here. Thanks so much for being a part of tonight's stream as I call play-by-play of sports action. (14-3) is the score. 14-3. The Patriots have 3 points. The only points they scored were off a field goal where they took the lead 3-0. Other than that, the offense hasn't clicked. Next week, they'll be taking on an offense at the top part of the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs. They better get ready for that. That's their next matchup next Sunday, December 8th, 4:25 p.m. Let's see here. Back to the chat. Vaughn pointing out, do you think that he will be like Kirk Herbstreit? Oh, I haven't heard you broadcast before. That'd be cool if I could hear you sometime. If you could be like Kirk Herbstreit. It takes quite a bit of talent to get to be like Kirk Herbstreit, though. So maybe sometime if you do create a channel or something called Play by Play or something kind of sort of like that, can listen to you, as that's a run up the middle for about a gain of 3 in the carry by Duke Johnson. The 49ers defense is ranked number 1. So the 49ers defense and total defense is ranked number 1. The Patriots is number 2, and the Bills happens to be number 3. So those are the top 3 defenses in the NFL: 49ers, Patriots, and Bills. Second and 7 now for the Texans. They have it at the 45. They swing it out left side. That's just a bad pass off the mark and incomplete. Watson missed his mark. We haven't seen many of those today. Patriots needed that to stop the clock. We have 6:33 left to go in the third. That looked like a Carson Wentz pass, like missing passes left and right 2 weeks ago for Philly. That's something that Deshaun Watson hasn't done today. Missing passes. He is 12 for 17, only 5 incompletions. Brady has thrown 16 incomplete passes. 3rd and 7. Patriots trying to stop the Texans here on a 3rd and 7. They go from the gun. Watson takes the snap into the pocket, releases across the middle. He's got it. First down to the 36-yard line. Finds it for the catch, as that happened to be Kenny Stills. Zachariah pointing out 28-3. He thinks that this game could be. Yeah, that number sounds similar. 28-3, like against the Atlanta Falcons. Super Bowl 51. Patrick pointing out 49ers have sort of always been a defensive team. Yeah. 49ers were the team back in the day with Jerry Rice, Joe Montana. Oh, Watson rolled out to his right. It just went through the hands of Jordan Akins. That was a fastball. He just fired that one. As he rolled out, it went through the hands of Jordan Akins. We have a flag down in the field. We'll take a look at the penalty flag. We got 5:55 left to go in the third quarter. And that's an ineligible member to offense downfield. So that penalty is on the Texans in the play. So result of the play is 2nd down. So that is an ineligible member in the offense. Yeah, Chicago's always been a defensive team too, Zachariah pointing out. The scouts for Chicago always miss bad on quarterbacks. Like quarterbacks from the past like Jay Cutler, Rex Grossman, Kyle Orton, but none of them missed any more worse than picking up Mitch Trubisky in the draft. 2nd and 10 for Watson. They didn't pick up on Watson either. Watson, 5 wide, takes the snap back to pass. Gonna launch this one deep down left sideline. He's open. Oh, it's gonna be caught for the touchdown. Oh, wait, was it incomplete? Will Fuller thought he caught it, and the refs say it's a touchdown. Jonathan Jones said no. Jones got beat on coverage. 20-3, the score. And by the way, the Patriots haven't lost to the Texans in 9 years. Let's see if Will Fuller got that catch. Jonathan Jones tried to poke it out. Ooh! It goes out at the ends. I don't think he had control of it. Taking a look at that. Did he have entire control of the football? 1. It gets poked out on 2. And he's bobbling it around at the back of the end zone. 1-2 poked out on a punch by Jonathan Jones. And the ball comes out. That's going to be close. That is going to be under review here. That is going to be so close. So, yeah, they'll have to take a look at that one. We're moving on to commercial break. We have 5:49 left to go in the third, but things do not look well for the Patriots at this moment. This is just a sad game. I remember last season when they took on Tennessee and they got destroyed. This is like the total type of game right now that it is looking like it against this type of team. A team that they should be beating here. It's just been a bad game. Terrible football. I don't think it's as bad as the game against Tennessee last season. That was atrocious, but it's been pretty bad. Yeah, 2 steps is a catch. That's what they're looking on onto the fields. About the 2 feet down. We're just right now on this commercial break. Wow. This is just upsetting how bad this type of football game has been played for the Patriots here. It's going to be the worst Tom Brady quarterbacking that I have seen in a long time, and we've seen some bad games this season with him. So right now, just in this commercial break, if this score does stand, it'll be 20-3 Houston. So we'll have about 5:49 left to go in the third quarter in this game, and as far as the offense, there's just nothing really going on today as far as the team offensively. So they're just taking a look upstairs if that was a touchdown. Deshaun Watson launched it downfield all the way into the hands of Will Fuller. Just taking a look upstairs if that play will stand. Of course, the Patriots don't allow catches like this season until that last big play ability. And the Texans have some tonight. Yeah, Zachariah pointing out, remember that game when, yep, Patriots beat the Tennessee Titans in the snow. I remember that one, 59-0. That was back when I was in the 7th grade, like 10 years ago or so, I think, 7th or 8th grade. I had CCD class that night, and they crushed them. Here comes the call upstairs in just a moment. They're still looking at it. They're still looking at this last catch, everybody, from upstairs. Jonathan Jones, if he punched out that football or not for Will Fuller in the end zone in time. Here's the review. Oh, they're going to reverse it. So, Will Fuller was unable to maintain control of the football. They will reverse this call right now. So, they put back the score to 14-3. So, Jonathan Jones was able to knock that ball loose just in time. It's a learning lesson there. Will Fuller had like 3 steps and passed them in coverage. And Jones was able to catch up just in time there to punch it right out. Shotgun formation for Houston on a 3rd and 10. That's a big, big play at this stage of the game. 5:49 left to go in the 3rd. Zachariah pointing out that was back when Chris Johnson was in the league. Yeah, Chris Johnson was a beast when he was in the league. Watson stepping up, going to launch this one deep to the left sideline to the end zone. And that time he's got it for the touchdown. Kenny Stills gets it for the touchdown as Deshaun Watson is racking it up. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I think Duron Harmon was in coverage that time. Kenny Stills, 31. Jonathan Jones in coverage. Let's see. Blows by Jonathan Jones. Yep, okay, it's 31. Jonathan Jones in coverage. Yep, TD. Oh, man. Burns him that time on Jonathan Jones. One-on-one. Just chucks it up into the end zone. You found out the Patriots' weakest link. You found them out. Congratulations. Now Kansas City is going to be able to unlock that next week. You did it a week prior to the Chiefs. Of course, Tyreek Hill will be all over that next week. 5:40 left to go in the 3rd. Here comes on the extra point. Yeah, no safety help at all either. I think it was Harmon was out towards like the middle of the field in no man's land. Here comes on the extra point by Fairbairn from the right hash to snap the hold. This kick is up. This one is through. 21-3. It's a bad game. What a spanking here coming to the Texans. The Patriots overall are 10-1 against Houston. I don't think anybody expected that coming. So Patriots will get this football. We go right back into action here. So we're on YouTube. We call him play-by-play and sportscaster as well. Patriots have 13 first downs. 13 first downs. Texans with only 10. Yet the Patriots are losing by 18 points. Just been a bad football game to watch here for the Patriots. I thought more that they could have had on it. But it's been upset today. Upset city as far as NFL games. How about the Panthers losing to the Redskins? 29-21. Other games that went on, everything that went down, a lot of the games were upsets. Bengals beating the Jets was a bad one, 22-6. How about the Dolphins beating the Eagles, 37-31? Upsets all over the place today. Except for the Packers against the Giants. That one was pretty straightforward. 3 defensive touchdowns allowed tonight. Through the first 11 games, they had 4 allowed. Here comes the kick to the back of the end zone. It sails. And the Patriots will take it out at their own 25. Alabama lost, so that's good. Yep, Vaughn pointing out here. At least we see another team in the college football playoffs. But Alabama, at least, was able to play a competitive game and compete and make it a close game against Auburn yesterday. This game, no. This game hasn't been competitive at all. So here we are, guys, getting ready to go right back out onto the field if the Patriots have any magic whatsoever coming up. 1st and 10. Brady goes from the ace formation. 2 to the left. He takes the snap, and he hands it right off up the middle to James White. James White in the carry, gain of 3. To about the 28. Brings up about a 2nd down and 7 coming up here for the Patriots. Zachariah pointing up. Patriots have been to the Houston Texans house and have won two Super Bowls on the way there. Yeah. 2nd and 7 now. 5 minutes left to go in the 3rd. Patriots with the football. They go ace formation. Brady. Play action back to pass. Right side on the pass. That one complete over to Edelman. He gets his 3rd reception finally of the game. First one in the 2nd half. How did I get started on Sportscaster? I saw a couple of the other streamers who did streaming on Sportscaster. One of them is one that I know from YouTube, and we were able to like know each other even more over on Sportscaster. His name is Bobby, and that's the first time that I knew about that was Bobby, who does Patriots content, Boston sports content on Butcher's Block and Patriots Talk on YouTube. So he was the first one that I ever heard like the name Sportscaster come from, and then I looked it up. I kind of saw what it was about and everything, and then I started back in like late August recording sports content over on Sportscaster and doing my play-by-play over there, but still having my YouTube streams as well. I did like a ton of sports content last month on Sportscaster, but I think I'm gonna do just like all the play-by-play stuff this month, and that is it, because as far as Sportscaster, it's all about getting views and everything, and I'm one of those streamers, like, one of the very few that puts in, like, hard work and, like, dedication, and as that's a pass across the middle to Jacoby Myers, gets the 1st down, past the 50, and he tumbles towards the 48. So, like, a lot of, like tons of hard work into it. That's a holding penalty by the offense. Marcus Cannon commits a holding penalty. So I just put in, like, tons and tons of hard work into, like, the NFL game picks, NFL, like, surprise videos and stuff like that. I did, whereas like a lot of other people, they just jump on all day and start streaming just to get views, and I'm not like that. I try to like prepare all my streams to get to know these teams. I did like a Patriots preview earlier today, and I really enjoyed doing it too. I get to know a whole lot about like gain a lot of insight when I look up stuff. 2nd and 21 coming up now after that holding penalty. Brady takes the snap from the gun. Back to pass. Brady punt fake. Right side on the pass. Completes it to James White, but short yardage for about a gain of 4. I wish there was like a star rating that they would give you like on Sportscaster, depending like how well you perform and stuff as far as your content instead of like views, because a couple of other people who are on Sportscaster, they stream all day just to get views and stuff, and I don't have the time for them. When I work like a full-time job, 8:30 to 5, and then I get home, and by the time I'm settled in, it's 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then I do just like usually one game a night, and that is it. Whereas other people try to just get a bunch of views and do like 3, 4, 5 videos in a day. 3rd and 17, Brady takes a snap in the pocket. He launches the pass. This one's short to Ben Watson. Oh, slips past a tackle, gets the 1st down somehow, and at midfield he gets tackled. Ben Watson should have been dragged down, but he was able to get past the tackle, break the ankle tackle, and pick up the 1st down as Bradley Roby missed it. Zachariah pointing out Patriots making it to the 2nd round. I hope so. I hope they don't even play in the wild card weekend. I hope they make it to the 2nd round in general, but I hope that doesn't happen like they played against the Jets earlier in the decade and lost in the playoffs in the first game they played. And Brady takes the snap, play action across the middle. He's got a Myers flag down though, past the 25, down the right side, 20, 15, stiff arm out of bounds at the 13. We do have a flag down. We'll take a look at the penalty. We'll see what happens here. And there's an injured Texan player down too. Injured Houston player down. That is Xavier Crawford in the secondary. He is hurt, being attended to medical staff. Here's the penalty call. And it's an offensive pass interference by Julian Edelman, out of all players. Oh, I tried to set up the pick play so Myers could get free across the field. That's what Edelman did. I think Edelman was just running his route, and he just banged right into two players. Vaughn pointing out, when will the Jets be good again? I mean, Sam Darnold's getting better. It's a good thing, but until they get an offensive line there to establish the running game, maybe they'll have like mid-2020s to be good again. They were supposed to be much better this season, but that turned out to be Buffalo. Like out of like nowhere, Buffalo has come this year. They were predicted to be like a 5-11 or 6-10 team. They have come onto the scene and they have been spectacular with their defense. And the talk that Sam Darnold was supposed to be the number 2 quarterback in the AFC East, well, that is not happening this year. It is Josh Allen. 1st and 20 now. If you're hearing a noise in the background, that's the snow plows going by my house, plowing the road at the moment. 1st and 20 now for the Patriots at the 39-yard line of Houston, Texans territory. Brady from the gun, 5 wide, takes the snap. Drops back, and here comes the pressure. Brady steps up, left side pass, and that one's incomplete. Pressure coming, but there was a flag thrown late. Well, take a look at the penalty. And it's another holding penalty by the offense. Nothing going on Patriots' way tonight. James White, out of all the Patriots, he gets a holding penalty, which is usually unusual. Yeah, he just got beat. Just got beat right up front. So here we are, 1st and 30. 1st and 30 for the Patriots. How many times have you heard that? I haven't. That is for sure. First and 30. Brady going from the gun on a 1st and 30 as they're set back at their own 31-yard line. They take the snap back to pass. Brady going to have to launch this one deep. Steps up into the pocket. Releases right side. He's got him. Edelman. Pass midfield down the right side. 45-40. First down 35-30. Down the right sideline and dropped at the 25-yard line. Gets a big pickup finally. Big playability. He's able to find Edelman out of all players. I'd like to see him find somebody different, but it's a good start on a 1st and 30. They pick up a first down. You gotta be kidding me though, Houston. Giving up a 1st and 30 as they let Edelman just sneak right past him and nobody was able to get him. Welcome back, Rob, over to the YouTube channel. Yeah, he put Patriots look stalled out. They just cannot cash it into the end zone at all. They can't even drive the ball downfield besides the first drive. Brady shotgun or play action. The right side swings it over and no good. It's incomplete over to James White. Yeah, they got a 1st and 30. Out of all the plays today, they get a 1st and 30 they convert on. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Patriots. They had a little swing route right in front, and James White and Tom just couldn't connect together. That's something they're able to do, though, in the past. Vaughn pointing out he's surprised how Rutgers played against Penn State, and he knows Rutgers lost yesterday, but that game was actually close, Vaughn. Yeah, that game was close, 7-3, I think throughout like the late stages of the 2nd quarter. Brady takes the snap, play action, back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and throws right side. That one is caught to Dorsett for about a gain of 9. Dorsett couldn't. He was in his jumping motion, and his momentum took him out of bounds at the right sideline. Just too high of a pass by Tom. If he had been able to pass that one right at the chest level, Dorsett would have turned up field and gained the extra yard and would have got the first down out of it. One minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and inches now. Patriots go from the gun. They take the snap. Handoff. Up the middle. They got it with White. They get the first down past the 15 to the 13. Now they're inside the red zone. They're cooking now. If they can cash it in to the end zone here. But they're taking too long in this drive. With 45 seconds left to go in the 30. Need to force a turnover too. Something they haven't done today. Vaughn pointing out Penn State should be blowing Rutgers out. Yeah. They should have definitely blew out Rutgers. 1st and 10 coming up. 30 seconds left to go in the 3rd. Play action. Brady passes. Oh, drop pass. Come on. Matt Lacoste drops it in the flat. Should have been caught all day. Easy, and he takes his eyes off of it and drops the football. So, little interesting note for you guys. Stephen F. Austin in college basketball beat Duke earlier this week by 2. Stephen F. Austin only has 1 loss this season. Guess who it was against? Rutgers. It was against Rutgers, like the worst power conference basketball team out there as far as Division I college basketball. Stephen F. Austin beats Duke and loses to Rutgers by 12. 2nd and 10. Brady going from the gun. He's got James White lined up to the right side. 2 to the left. Edelman, one of them in the slot, takes the snap. Back to pass. Brady playing time in the pocket. And Brady going to step up, passing it, and nobody even open. Looking for White, but Brady not good at extending the plays. Too slow. Too old. I'm too old. You're too slow. We can't win any games. And this is one of those things today. That saying's probably going to come up. Oh, man. 3rd and 10. He just doesn't have the speed to extend the play like some of those great quarterbacks that we see nowadays. Watson and Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. 3rd and 10 coming up from the 12 of Houston territory. Brady, the shotgun formation, takes the snap. Back to pass. Left side over to White. White in the flat. Past the 5. Walking into the end zone. He gets it for the touchdown. 21-9 now the score. That's what the Patriots needed. Out in the flat. James White for the 13-yard reception and gets it into the end zone. 5.5-minute drive. 12 plays. 75 yards down the field. Zachariah pointing out, remember that missed catch from Wes Welker in the Super Bowl? Yes, I remember that. I did remember that. James White all alone in the flat, and there was nobody lined up on him. Somebody forgot to cover him. Just too many Texans players bunched up in coverage because they went double coverage towards the left corner of the end zone. Patriots going for it. Patriots going for it. 21-9. They're going for it now. They're down by 12. So this will be interesting. Edelman lines up to the right side. White in the backfield. 2 to the left. One of them is Dorsett, far left. Brady from the East formation. 2-point conversion coming up, and they will elect to take a delay of game. So Patriots, I think they try to just make Houston jump off sides, but delay a game coming up. That probably means they're going to be going for the extra point instead. Vaughn pointing out, Mac Brown on his post-game conference said that he was happy about how his team played all season. There we go. Yeah, I definitely would like that effort. If your team took down Clemson back earlier in the year to only 1 point, it's a good effort, that's for sure. I think they were trying to take Houston to jump them off sides, but no. So here comes on Kai Forbath, coming on to attempt the extra points. Kai Forbath now to attempt this extra point. We have 11 seconds left to go in the third. Here's the snap, the hold. This kick is up. This one is trailing to the left, and he missed it. Oh, man. This is awful. Miscues. Brady has a pick. Forbath has a missed extra point, and miscues are the difference of the football game. We saw that last week with Dallas with their special teams. Patriots outplayed them all game long in the special teams factor. And this week, there's nothing to be proud of. Nothing to be proud of at all. This is terrible. Oof. NBC just said to Kai Forbath that he needs to use a little surgery at this point. Oof, that is a... Oh, man. That's a sick comment. That would have been good from 5 yards closer, so I don't know why they had to do that. I don't know why they had to do that. Currently, we're just going right back to this game right now. Houston will receive this football in just a moment, everybody. Welcome back over to the channel here, as we are on the Sports Dish on Sportscaster calling play-by-play. So they will kick off this football, goes all the way to the back of the end zone, out of play. So Texans will take over now. They'll start out their own 25-yard line as we welcome you guys back over to the stream. We're on the Sports Dish on Sportscaster, also on YouTube as well, calling play-by-play here on Final Yard Football. Patriots haven't been able to attack the weaknesses at all today. See here, did the Rams win today? Yes, they did. They crushed Arizona earlier today, Vaughn. Yeah, why did the Patriots get rid of the old kicker? He went like an appendix, emergency surgery on his appendix on Thanksgiving. So they got rid of him because of that. I guess an injury concern. Texans with a run. They run up the middle, and that is the end of the third quarter. So Houston got the football back coming up here right after this commercial break as we'll start out the fourth quarter on Final Yard Football here on YouTube. Let's hear Zachariah putting out Patriots need to get Cody Parkey or Blair Walsh. Yeah, two kickers who have been notoriously known to miss field goals in big clutch type of games. Yes, good win for the Rams. Good to see them bounce back today against the Cardinals. I honestly thought that Arizona would be able to win that game. It's just that the Ravens are too good this year. Let's see, I'm just going to bring up Baltimore's schedule. See, Baltimore winners today against the 49ers. Patriots, if they don't get their act together in this fourth quarter, they'll fall to 2 losses on the season for the Patriots. They'll fall to 10-2. That means that the Ravens would be at number 1. So let's see. Oh, that's going to be a good matchup next week. Ravens against Buffalo. They get the Bills next week at 1 p.m. After that, they got the Jets and the quick turnaround Thursday Night Football. That's going to be a killer game. Oh, man. Jets are going to get killed against the Ravens. Then they got the Browns on December 22nd. And then the Steelers to close out the season on December 29th. Welcome in. Thanks so much for joining me. Lobster and friends over here on the chat. I appreciate it. Awesome name, by the way. Thanks so much for stopping by over here on YouTube. Let's see here. Being honest, is Texans doing good, but when they're going to go to the playoffs, they'll get shut out by the Ravens. He's assuming. Yeah, Baltimore is just way too good this season as far as this 8-game winning streak that they are on. It's just they have been lights out this year. I don't know how you stop that. Vaughn pointing out Rams need to win against good teams. That is something that they need to do. That is something that the Cowboys need to do too, is win against good teams. 21-3 or 28-3, yeah. 28-3, like the good old days against the Falcons back in Super Bowl 51. If you guys enjoy the YouTube channel, feel free to hit that thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Rob pointing out his mind is that tired right now. Yeah, it's been a long week. It's been a long week, that's for sure. So we are back to action here with football. Houston with the ball as they're up now 21-9 as we start the fourth quarter. So here we start out 2nd and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Watson going from the gun. Takes the snap. Back to pass into the pocket. Launches across the middle. He's got a juggled ball and it's incomplete. It was almost hauled in. We have a late flag. That ball was almost hauled in, but it fell incomplete. That was... for Houston, they almost had that juggle catch. That is a penalty, though, by New England. So first play of the fourth quarter starts out with a penalty by Jonathan Jones. Jonathan Jones is killing this team, allowing a huge touchdown catch. I know he punched out the football, but the second time he got burned on, and then just a bad holding penalty on a 2nd and long on the drop pass. Let's see here, back to the chat. Lobster and friends, his secondary needs to do better for the Texans. If they can hold the Ravens, we can start Lamar's scrambles and dimes. There's, oh no, a big run. That's Duke Johnson Jr. as he carries it for about a gain of 12. That's a first down. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Texans. Let's hear Zachariah pointing out. Yeah, Lobster, if they don't go against the Ravens, only the Bills and the Chiefs. The Texans will be good at... Bills got a tough defense, too. They're number 3 ranked in the NFL. Let's see, Vaughn pointing out Rams need to win teams like Ravens, 49ers, Seahawks, and Patriots. Yes, they do. They need to beat good quality teams. That's something they haven't done. Handoff. Up the middle on the carry for about a gain of 1 to at the 44-yard line. Duke Johnson Jr. on the carry as we got 14 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Words to describe Deshaun Watson while at the top, swaggy, confident, magnetic, brilliant, humble, smart, a competitor, patient, survivor, fearless, a dog, and poised. Those are the words to describe Deshaun Watson. Well, he has been showing that swag tonight on the field. 3 passing touchdowns. 2nd and 9 coming up for Watson from the gun. Watson takes the snap, play action. Back to pass, rolling out to his right, extending the play, and throwing on the run. He's got him. Close to the first down to Duke Johnson Jr. Let's see where they spot it. Man. Wow, I just cannot believe that this is the type of game that's gone on tonight. Like, the Houston Texans have the all-time series in favor of the Patriots, 10-1 all-time. And this is the type of game we get. Vaughn pointing out in the chat, Rams beating teams like the Cardinals, Redskins, Jets, and Bengals. Yeah, those are not good wins. Can't have good wins like that, like those. 3rd and 1 coming up, 13 minutes left to go in the 4th. Houston dominating the time of possession to Watson from the gun right now, and we have a flag down. We're a flag down. I think that's, yep, false start by Houston. False start backs him up 5. Let's see here. What's my prediction for the Super Bowl? I'm gonna say right now. So he's thinking 49ers or the Seahawks versus Ravens. Patriots or Texans. Or Ravens, Pats or Texans in there. Probably Niners versus Ravens. I'm gonna say Saints versus Ravens for my prediction for the Super Bowl. So I'll say Saints versus Ravens. 3rd and 6 coming up. It could definitely be the Seahawks, though. I like to see that matchup again. Seattle versus Baltimore. Seattle's defense has been kind of shaky, though, so far this year. Houston going from the gun. They take the snap. Back to pass. Watson across the middle. Gun him on the slant. First down. Past the 45. Falling forward to the 43, and the catch is DeAndre Hopkins. Man, this has just not been a great game for the Patriots. Hey, welcome in, Derek. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for stopping by over here on YouTube. He's got Ravens versus Saints. He agrees there. Welcome in. Thanks so much for stopping by, guys. If you're new over here to the YouTube channel, hit those thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Watson takes the snap, hands it off up the middle over to Johnson. He is stopped for about a gain of 2 on the carry. So at the 41-yard line. Rob pointing out he is tired. Yeah, it's been a long week, man. Hopefully you're able to get some rest soon. Rest up, and then we'll be right back at it. Lobster and friends pointing out he can see that if the Saints don't get robbed again. Yeah. I wish it was the Patriots versus Saints in the last Super Bowl. That'd be so cool to see a Brady versus Brees showdown, but we couldn't get that. Derek pointing out, but Ravens will win if it's no Drew Brees. Yeah, it looks like the Ravens are unstoppable at this moment right now. 2nd and 8 coming up. Watson 5 wide, takes the snap from the 41, back to pass across the middle. He's wide open. Hopkins at the 25 to the 20, breaking a tackle and dragged down from behind by Gilmore at the 15-yard line. So thanks so much, everybody, for being a part here on the channel. Just going to post in a couple links here. Feel free to check out my basketball channel if you guys would like. Going to post it in here for you guys right now in the chat. It's called Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. That is my basketball channel. I'll be back calling play-by-play of college basketball. I think Michigan versus Louisville will be my next game on Tuesday. I'll have the Celtics game against the Nuggets on Friday night. But feel free to take a look at that. I posted that in the chat. It's called Behind the Arc Basketball. It's on YouTube. Here's a handoff, right side counter over to Johnson. Johnson gained a 3 to about the 11-yard line. Hopkins is amazing. He is amazing tonight. And I can see if the Patriots were matched up with the Saints in the Super Bowl, I don't think they could beat the Saints, given that they have Michael Thomas. And Michael Thomas is the #1 wide receiver this season in the NFL. Lobster and friends pointing out, loves Hopkins as a player-wise in his story and dedication. Yeah, it's such a good story to this man. 2nd down and 7. They have it at the 11. Watson takes the snap, steps up into the pocket, releases. That ball short, it's incomplete. Johnson wanted the flag, he's going to get one. In coverage was a Landon Roberts. Patrick pointing out what's Brady's stats this game. His stats does not look good at all. QB rating of 59 or 59.6. He has only completed 15 passes out of the 34 attempts. By the way, that's a holding penalty or pass interference penalty by Landon Roberts. It's an automatic first down, 1st and goal coming up for Houston. Brady has 15 completed passes out of 34. Only 189 of those have been passing yards. Passing touchdown pass to James White, and an interception, a bad one that set up a touchdown, which Houston took a 7-3 lead. 1st and goal coming up, Houston at the 6-yard line of Patriots territory. Watson from the gun. He'll go quarterback. Oh, they're going to go little option. Diving across the pylon. He's gunning in for the touchdown. That was something magnificent right there. Oh, man, this has just been a bad game. Bill Belichick's going to just remount his entire team after this one. 9:53 left to go. Let's see here. Back to the chat. Derek pointing out, what do I think about Brady? Should hang it up after this year. It looks like his age, and he's a Brady super fan. This just looks like a bad game. I hope he can bounce back. DeAndre Hopkins took that on a jet sweep. Watson was running towards his right, and he just did a lateral over to Watson, who dove across the pylon, got it into the end zone. That was crazy. It's just there's nothing there as far as the offense. I feel like with Brady, it's more like the turnover in the offseason and like the very few weapons he has. Like, it's bad this year. It is bad as far as his weapons. Nothing there except for Edelman. And you can't expect to win games when you throw like 120-something passes over to Edelman in a season, try to just bang it into the slot like 10 to 12 times a game. So I feel like they need to draft a quarterback. They need to draft the next. They need to draft the next quarterback if Tua falls to them, because this doesn't look promising towards Brady's career after this. This does not look good. This is unfortunate. Here comes out Cammy Fairbairn with the extra points. If he continues like this, though, like for the rest of the month of December, never mind the game against Cincinnati. That one doesn't count if that's an outlier. But if he performs like this, the snap to hold the extra points, good. But if he performs like this against Buffalo, against Kansas City next week, then there's a problem. Brady would have to hang it up. If he does perform this bad against the Chiefs next week, against a very, like, one of the bottom defenses in the NFL, he would need to hang it up. Let's see here. Lobster and Friends and Derek. Welcome, guys, over to the channel. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for stopping by. Lobster and Friends lives in Texas City now. Might move to North Carolina, staying a Texans fan, though. Yeah, numbers don't lie, old man. This year, it's just been terrible this season for Brady. That is offsides with the Patriots, too, on the extra points. Yeah, that was the Philly special. That was something there. Do I think Cincinnati could win it all? Aw, man, whenever. I don't even know when that team will be good. Maybe in 2050 they'll be able to win it all as far as the Super Bowl. Let's see here. Derek pointing out, just thinks that the age is catching up. Yeah, use the running backs. And that's been the problem this season, is the running game. Last year, they were able to get that running game going. And this season has been a problem. Yeah, the Bengals did win today. It's only one win, though. It came against the Jets, too. This year has been tough to tell. For, like, as far as next year, no. I don't think the Bengals can win next year. I think they're well far away from winning. They would need a defense, and they really need an offensive line, too. Joe Mixon is a pretty good running back, though, but there's just not really much going on there without that offensive line. They haven't created holes all season for Mixon to run through. And as far as Cincinnati, they need to move on and get a new quarterback with, like, Joe Burrow. They need to pick him up at number 1 and get rid of Andy Dalton in the offseason. Let's see here. Vaughn pointing out UMass will win it all next season. That's too funny. Let's see here. Who will win college basketball? Maybe somebody like somebody from the SWAC or something, like Grambling, or somebody like Prairie View A&M or Texas Southern will win from the SWAC. Maybe we'll have Stephen F. Austin or Evansville win the NCAA tournament. Yeah, Cincinnati is missing a ton of key stuff to their entire team, especially the defense, too. I mean, the defense has been better, though, compared to last season. That was bad when they fired their defensive coordinator. Let's see. Yeah, they need an offensive offensive line as well. Quarterback and the defense. Yep, they need tons of stuff there in the offseason. Let's see, Vaughn pointing out he likes talking about UMass football and then UConn football. UConn football is better than UMass football. Currently, we're just on commercial break. A game to forget for Tom Brady. 19 incompleted passes. This looks kind of familiar. Yeah, a little bit. I do pay attention to college football. I'm big into college basketball. Feel free. I'm going to post a link for you guys. Feel free to check me out over here. I'm on Sportscaster as well, so check me out. Also have a basketball channel that I call Play-by-Play for. So feel free to check out Behind the Arc Basketball. That is on YouTube. I'll put that in the chat for you guys. I'll be calling play-by-play college basketball for you guys, I think on Tuesday night. So yeah, check that out. Just put it in the chat for you guys. Make sure to hit that thumbs up over here on YouTube as well, down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Patriots really do need like a big trade. They need to draft tight end, wide receiver they would need to get. They need to get some good quality wideouts, but they really need, main priority is a quarterback. Somebody to get in there in place of Tom for next season. Tom will hand this one off up the middle to James White and tried to cut towards the left, but nope, he was tackled on the shoestring for a 1-yard gain. It's going to bring up now a 2nd down and 9. This is not the team either that's going to be able to drive down the field and score touchdowns. There's no way that they're winning this game down 28-9. If this was the 2016 team in the 2017 Super Bowl, in Super Bowl 51, they would be able to win this type of game, but they can't. Not a team like this. Let's see, our Lobster and Friends, Ohio State football fan because his family are Buckeyes. There you go. Yeah, they're going to probably win the national title. They'll be in the national title game, I hope. Them against LSU. Justin Fields has just been incredible this season, and J.K. Dobbins with a 4-touchdown game yesterday. That was awesome. They are clearly the #1 team. Brady takes the snap, passes right side, complete over to Edelman. Edelman gets it for a gain of 13. Derek pointing out and pay Gronk whatever he needs to get back to work. Yeah, I just don't picture Gronk ever playing again in the NFL, though. He lost like 30-something pounds in the offseason. I think he's pretty good with his like CBD industry and everything. I don't think that he's probably going to be returning anytime soon. 1st and 10 now for the Patriots. They have it at their own 38. Brady takes the snap. Back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Brady gets sacked at the 29. Ah, man. So Brady gets sacked at the 29-yard line. Jacob Martin coming in. That's been a problem trying to block him throughout tonight's game. We got 8 minutes left to go in the 4th. See, Lobster and Friends, his father's side is Steelers fans there. It's an interesting type. Let's see. Biggest Vic's pointing out, Patriots defense, yep, they just are terrible when you go up against Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson. Kind of find the trends there with these two quarterbacks. 2nd and 19, Brady takes the snap. Back to pass in the pocket. All day in the world, steps up. Brady passes underneath to White. White past the 25, try to stiff arm one, and he gets tackled around the 30, or past the 37. So he's down at the 37-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Lobster and Friends pointing out, this is one of those games where Deshaun Watson shows up amazing somehow. In a lower skilled team, they either do terrible or mediocre, but they're doing fantastic tonight. 28-9. I cannot believe it. Zachariah pointing out, yep, you guys are going 12-4. I believe so, man. I believe so. I bet you guys are gonna beat Tennessee twice. I hope so. I'm not confident in Tennessee this year. I don't know how in the world they're 7-5. Brady takes the snap on the 3rd and 11. Back to pass left side. Off the fingertips. It's incomplete. Late flag coming down as Jacoby Myers dropped it, but it was a high pass thrown by Brady. Let's see who this flag is against here on the field. We have 6:53 left to go in the fourth quarter. And that's a defensive pass interference. So the Patriots will have new signs of life after the first down. Coming up as Lonnie Johnson Jr. committed the pass interference penalty. Yep, I can see you guys for sure, Lobster and friends, beating the Tennessee Titans. I have no clue how in the world they're 7-5. I mean, they've been a scoring machine. Derrick Henry is a second half of the season player. He is just crushing teams running the football. 1st and 10, Patriots hand it off up the middle to White, past midfield to about the 47-yard line. So we're under 7 minutes left to go. "39 passes to 26 rushes in tonight's game for the play selection here for the Patriots. 2nd and 7 coming up. Brady going from the ace formation. White from the backfield. Brady calls an audible at the line of scrimmage. 2 to the left. He takes the snap. Brady hands it off up the middle to White. Past the 45. Diving forward, about to get the first down. He does around the 40. Hey, welcome in, Jake24. I appreciate it. Don't care what anybody says. Tannehill's balling. Yeah, that too. Ever since they made the change over from Mariota to Tannehill. Derek pointing out, or Robert Griffin III, Josh Allen is a stud. Brady takes the snap, back to pass here in the pocket, releases across the middle. He's got it 35 to the 30. White past the 25, diving forward to the 21. They pick up the first down. Vaughn pointing out here, NBC should drop out of Notre Dame football. Yeah, I think they're in a contract with them until like 2025. But they just like cover the home games for Notre Dame. I wish they could cover like actual good games for like college football instead of like Notre Dame playing against like bad teams that they host at home. That would be nice. There is an injured Texan player down on the field. So right now there's a stoppage in time at the moment. Lobster and Friends puts Bill O'Brien made a dumb decision for getting rid of 2 first-rounders for linemen and more. Yeah, it's just the playoffs with you guys for Houston. I feel like the playoffs with Bill O'Brien, this team, like, they always do well during the regular season, like enough to get in to win their division. But when it comes to the playoffs, it always seems like Bill O'Brien is the one to be blamed, and he just like shoots himself in the foot during like their playoff games. Brady takes the snap, back to pass, rolling out, and here comes the pressure, chasing him, just chucks it out of bounds. It's incomplete. Zachariah hates the Colts when they win the division every season from 2002 to 2010. Yeah, that was just non-stop winning when they had Peyton Manning back in the day. Let's see here. Vaughn pointing out bad teams like New Mexico State. Yeah, those are the type of games that you shouldn't be putting on NBC when New Mexico State travels to Notre Dame. 2nd down and 10 for the Patriots. They go ace formation. Brady takes the snap, play action. Back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Launches left side. Nobody even open. It's incomplete. Oh, man. There's been multiple passes tonight that Brady has thrown, not even in the direction of any type of receiver. This has just been a bad passing game here. Brady is 18 for 39 through the air. 228 passing yards. 56% completion percentage during the last 3 games. It has been rough. It's been rough when you have scored 39 points during the last 3 games. Brady on a 3rd and 10 from the gun. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Brady launches across the middle. That's complete to White, but minimal yardage. CBS. Yep, CBS does SEC football. Oh, prayers. Yeah, prayers for Terrell Pryor. Derek pointing out here. Facing charges after being stabbed in the chest on a domestic fight. That's crazy. With Terrell Pryor. 4th and 6 coming up for Brady. And they're going to have to take a timeout. With 4:14 left to go in the fourth. Nothing going on in general tonight here for the Patriots. First timeout of the second half. Wow. The charges filed in stabbing of Terrell Pryor is expected to make a recovery. Wow, I'm looking at this article right now. Oh, wow, this is just a weird news story. A woman. You'd think that it would be a man who would be the one who would commit a crime. A woman who was charged with attempted homicide. This happened in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, stabbing that critically injured former Ohio State quarterback and NFL player, Terrell Pryor. That is crazy. Oh, man. Jeez. It's a 24-year-old woman that committed the crime, too. Wow. What a weird world out there. Let's see here. Lobster and Friends pointing out, didn't Brady want to leave the Pats after the season? Yeah, his contract gets voided, I believe, after the end of this year. So that means that he can sign a contract elsewhere with another team after this one, but I guess they put him on this contract, and if they would like, they could have him back, or they could just get rid of him. And it doesn't look promising, especially with this game. In the past 3 games, completing only 53% of your passes doesn't look good. So let's see, if so and doesn't retire, who do you think will pick him up? Oh man, I feel like Brady's just probably gonna retire. Can't really picture him signing a contract with another team, but if he had to play elsewhere, oh man, I feel like if he had to play elsewhere, I feel like Belichick would probably do like a blockbuster trade to get back like Jimmy Garoppolo and to have Tom Brady play back at his hometown in San Francisco. I feel like that could very well happen if Tom wants to go over to San Francisco and play his final season near his hometown. And if the Patriots can somehow, some way get Jimmy Garoppolo out of it, and then they can trade a couple of other players away to make it even as far as the 2 teams together, that would be something that would be interesting. Zachariah pointing out that the Texans needs to go against the Bills and the Chiefs, and they can make it into the AFC Championship. Yeah, you got this Texans team is dangerous. They are peaking up at the right time, but they would need a favorable schedule in there to not take on the Ravens in the playoffs, just to avoid the Ravens in general. That's how the Bruins were able to get to the Stanley Cup Finals, because the Tampa Bay Lightning, who was the best team throughout the season, got knocked out in the first round. So 4th and 6 coming up. This is it. Basically, Brady takes a snap, back to pass, launches left side. That one's complete. It's going to depend on the spot of the football. Dorsett gets the catch right at the marker. They're going to spot it right at the first down marker. They're going to have to measure it. That's going to be real close on the catch. Zachariah pointing out the Panthers. That would be an interesting one if he does play along with Christian McCaffrey. But once again, he doesn't have any weapons out there. He doesn't have any weapons at all to play with, as far as they're not really like they don't really have like top wide receivers as far as that team. Greg Olsen is up there in age too. They just have Christian McCaffrey. That is it. Yeah, I don't see Tom playing in another jersey myself either. I just don't picture him signing a contract. That is close as far as Dorsett on the catch. Let's see. Jumps up for it. He lands. I think he landed right before the marker. That is so close. Let's see where they have it out on the chains. They're going to have to measure this one out. We got 3:54 left to go in the 4th quarter. I think the refs will give him a first down. That appears to be what it will be. And Bill O'Brien will actually challenge this. So Bill O'Brien challenging the spot of the ball. Looked to appear to be that Philip Dorsett was down close to that first down marker, but this one is too close. Lobster and Friends pointing out it would be smart to try to set up the record and try to avoid the Ravens face the Patriots. Yeah, the playoffs is all about the matchup. It is all about the matchup in the playoffs, and This is a type of matchup that I thought that the Patriots would be able to succeed on, and unfortunately today they're getting blown out. So many good young quarterbacks. Yes, indeed, there are in the college football. So there are good quarterbacks out there. Somebody's gonna have to take Justin Fields. He'll be a good one that somebody will take. Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow will go most likely number 1 to the Bengals, but the Bears need a quarterback too. Buccaneers, well, they're going to have to replace Jameis Winston. And Tennessee will have to take a look at a quarterback, even though everything's been going well with Tannehill ever since they switched over. And also Justin Herbert from Oregon's pretty good. Let's see here, Florida. I'm just going to post that in. Thoughts about Kyle Trask here for the Florida Gators. I feel like I haven't seen a whole lot of him play this season for Kyle Trask, but he hasn't been impressive as like the other quarterbacks. But he's come in this season able to fill in, which has been awesome, filling in for Felipe Franks, and he has been showing up in a big way for Kyle Trask this year. So he's actually been a pretty good quarterback filling in for this year. Let's see what is he? He's a junior. So he's a junior. So if he wants to stay in college, play another year, or go back, or take off his senior year, go to the NFL for Kyle Trask. But he'll probably get taken a little bit later on in the draft or so if they do have him. I don't see him as like an elite quarterback for Kyle Trask, but maybe like somebody like a 4th or 5th rounder. But yeah, there's so many good, young, talented QBs out there that they have to keep their eye on. Alright, so we're just awaiting this call on the field right now. And they're going to say first down. So first down is the call on the fields. Okay, so that was a first down on the field. 1st and 10 coming up for the Patriots. They have it at the 11-yard line. So first down at the 11 they go. With Brady, they take the snap back to pass. Brady launching to the end zone, right corner, and that's just a bad pass intended for Myers. It's incomplete. Had him at the right corner of the end zone, and there's just too tight a coverage there as it fell incomplete on the play. Listen, just a bad pass by Brady. Not even close. Yeah, taking a look at it. Derek pointing out Minnesota quarterback. Tanner Morgan's been good this year as well from Minnesota. It's been pretty good this season. Okay, Brady going from the gun on the 2nd down and 10. It's at the 11-yard line. Brady takes the snap, back to pass in the pocket all time in the world. Now he steps up. Brady's going to pass to the end zone. Fits it in, and he's got it. James White with a touchdown. Threads the needle. It is 28-15. 75 yards downfield. Took 6 minutes and 11 seconds off the clock, though. If you take drives like that, but you're not going to be able to win the game with drives like that. You need to go downfield, make like a 2-play drive, 3-play drive of like 50 seconds or less. Let's see here. Texans need to stop them in the red zone. That's the thing they need to work on too. Yeah, that was such a tough pass that Tom was able to float in there. It was going to get batted down too. That was close. That looked like it would get batted down by McKinney on the play. So the Patriots go for 2 right now. Justin Fields has been impressive this season. He should be definitely like top 10 if he does like go into the draft for Justin Fields. 2-point attempt coming up. 3:42 left to go in the 4th quarter. Somebody is going to have a complete gem if they do take Justin Fields. Same as J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins is something special too. J.K. Dobbins, Jonathan Taylor. They're looking at where that knee is down. And they confirm it. So it is a touchdown. Here comes on the 2-point conversion. From the ace formation. James White out of the backfield. Edelman going in motion towards the left. Brady takes a snap. Play action back to pass. Brady steps up. Launches right side. That one is incomplete. Nobody even close to the football. No flag either, as it was intended for Dorsett. Oh, man. The old man looks like Father Time has caught up right to him during this game. He looks like Brett Favre, well past his prime. At least he hasn't thrown across his body in overtime and throws a pick. That's the only thing that you don't want to do. One-on-one coverage. Joseph working on Dorsett. And it wasn't even close. It was more to Joseph than Philip Dorsett on the 2-point conversion. So it's a 13-point game. Patriots will have to go for the onside kick too. They have 2 timeouts left. They had to burn one, which that was not helpful. Onside kick at a turf stadium. Bet you that this doesn't work. I mean, greater of a chance happening on grass field than what it happens on the turf. Here comes on the onside kick. This one's booted away, and it is scramble for the football. Who's got it? Who has got it? And the Texans do. Texans do recover it. Yeah, that ball just never got to the line. That was like a 7-yard onside kick. You need to get it 10. So that onside kick just never got there. What do I think about Shea Patterson from Michigan? Yeah, I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think he's a pretty bad quarterback. I'm not too impressed with Shea Patterson. 1st and 10 coming up. 3:40 left to go in the 4th quarter. Yep. I don't think he's good at all either. They hand this one off up the middle. That's about a... No gain on the play to Carlos Hyde. Vaughn pointing out Boston College fired their coach today. Interesting. So let's see here. Boston College. As far as football. So BC football. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Just heard that about 4 hours ago. Steve Adazio fired after 7 seasons. Yeah, Vaughn will tell you that. Shea Patterson sucks. So they have fired their head coach today. Wow. 2nd and 10 for the Texans. They take the snap. Handoff up the middle to Hyde. Hyde for about a gain of 2 to the 40. Welcome in, Jason. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for stopping by on the channel. He's a part of the basketball channel as well. Says the Houston Texans are going to win. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Of course, right now, the Patriots don't have enough big play ability to get back in this game with 2:50 left to go. They have the defense to stop them as far as the statistically defense, but today they haven't been able to stop the pass. And that's something they've done all season except for this game. Deshaun Watson with a passing touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins counted for a touchdown on a lateral. They give DeAndre Hopkins a passing TD of 6 yards over to Watson on the receiving touchdown. So that's what is rolled on the stat books here by ESPN. Interesting. I thought that was just a rushing touchdown by Watson, but no. They count it as a passing touchdown. So 3rd and 8 coming up. Watson going out from the gun, 5 wide, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Takes the snap, screens it off left side over to Hopkins. Hopkins at the 40, now going to shift possession. He gets dragged down back at the 43. Dietrich Wise Jr. with the tackle on the play. The Hopkins brings up a 4th down. And Belichick takes his last timeout with 2:43 left to go. So Patriots need 13 points. So 4th and 11, Texans will have to punt this football away. Let's see here. Dylan McCaffrey for Michigan. I haven't really seen him enough this season as far as him as a quarterback, but he's like a backup or so for Michigan. But I bet that he'll probably come back for his senior year, so if he does so, it looks like he'll probably get more playing time as the Texans down this punt at the 5-yard line. So the Patriots will have the football coming up. So I haven't really seen enough of Dylan McCaffrey for him as a quarterback, but it looks like his quarterback rating is pretty bad. A 32.4 for his QBR, but he's only dropped back and attempted 20 passes this year, completed 10 of those. Yes, Tanner Morgan's been great this season too, Von's pointing out there. Alright, 1st and 10 coming up. 95 yards to the end zone for a team that lacks big playability in the Patriots. Brady takes the snap, and they'll just hand it off up the middle past the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Dragged down at the 22 by James White. Good carry. Good carry there by James White. But too little, too time. 2:20 left to go in the 4th. They need to go hurry up. That's something we haven't seen today. They need to go more hurry up. Brady takes the snap. Hands it off to White. White just stuffed in the backfield. That'll probably be the last play before the 2-minute warning as well. It's going to be a 2nd down and like 14. James White with about 76 yards in the ground tonight. He's the leading ball carrier over Sony Michel. Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it, Lobster and French. Thanks so much for stopping by. He says he's going to go. Thanks so much for the stream. Subscribe. Going to definitely watch these in the future. I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll be back on the basketball channel, Behind the Arc Basketball, on Tuesday, Louisville versus Michigan. I should be covering play-by-play the Celtics on Friday against the Denver Nuggets. I should have those games covered as well as maybe a couple of other ones on Wednesday for you guys. Hope to be back for Thursday Night Football for the next game. But thanks so much for being a part here at the channel tonight on Final Yard Football. 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. 2nd and 13. Well, Patriots put up a big fat dud today. 28-15 in this type of game. Brady from the gun takes the snap. Back to pass in the 2nd and 13. Steps up, launches deep down the middle, and the ball is tipped, deflected, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted. That has been the typical Patriots of today. Vaughn pointing out in the chat, Minnesota Golden Gophers coach, where he does the interview, said go Gophers for him. Yeah, Derek pointing out, yep, they need a quarterback. Patriots need to draft the next QB. They could find Tua. Tua Tagovailoa, if his draft stock falls because of injury concerns, he could fall into the hands of the Patriots. 3rd and 13. Tom going from the shotgun formation. They have it at their own 17. Brady takes the snap, drops back to pass, steps up, launches down the left sideline. He has got him on the catch at the 39 for the 1st down. Jacoby Myers. So Jacoby Myers able to get his 3rd catch of the game. It's 1st and 10 now for the Patriots. A minute and a half left to go in the 4th. Brady takes the snap. Back to pass in the pocket. Launches. Right side short. That's not going to be enough. James White gets out of bounds. Just only a gain of 6, though. Took up too much time. 1:21 left to go. And we have a flag down. We'll take a look at the penalty flag. And it's a defensive penalty, illegal contact by the Texans, so automatic 1st down by the Patriots. Zach Cunningham commits the penalty for Houston. At this point, you just need to take a shot for the end zone. First and 10 at the 44-yard line for Brady, going out from the gun. James White lined up to the right. Edelman lined up to the right side. Takes the snap back to pass. Brady steps up and passes underneath to White. Pass of 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Oh, getting past tacklers. 25. Knocked down at the 20-yard line. First and 10, but under a minute and 10 left to go. So now they have to go hurry up. 104, 103. That clock will run under a minute left to go in the fourth quarter. Brady going from the gun. That is a good gain of about 37 on the screen pass. Brady takes the snap. Back to pass in the pocket. Steps up. Launches to the end zone. He's got him. Edelman for the touchdown. 50 seconds left to go. 50 seconds left to go in this game. 28-21. You just tack on the extra point, but of course, it all lies into an onside kick. That's all it lies upon, and that is so hard to do at a turf field. Let's see here. Vaughn pointing out, he tells his friends from his old school about how he wants to go back, and he said that you like your new school, and he says no, he hates it. Sorry to hear that, dude. Hopefully everything gets better with your new school. Hopefully you're able to have that woodworking class, because I know you really enjoy that class. Here comes on extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick. Oh, this one's up. It's good. Looked like for a second he was going to miss it, but it was good. Yeah, Map Crow, it looks like it's going to be over. There's no way they're going to be able to field this one on the turf. Yeah, Jason pointing out Houston Texans going to win. Yeah, there's a 99% probability here that Houston will win this game. It all lies in this onside kick, which the success rate has been barely anything. If you didn't get it the first time, you're probably not going to get it the second time here. 50 seconds left to go. And it all relies on an onside kick when it only went 6 yards, by the way, the first time. (28-22) now. Here it comes on. 7% in 2018 with an onside kick. 1 out of 7 are recovered. Here's onside kick. This one bouncing up. Oh! Brandon Bolden had it and he knocked it out of bounds. He had it in his hands. He could have took it all the way to the house too. There's a flag down though. We'll take a look at the penalty flag. It's probably on the Patriots for like offsides or something on the onside kick. Wow, they almost had it. They had the bounce.
It was the blockers of the Texans that really made that play over there. It was mission accomplished on the first part, but the...
Yeah, it was 28-15, Jason. And then they got the touchdown with Edelman. Here's the flag, though. Let's see. Let's see what this flag is about. They're trying to take a look at what this is on the field. Yeah, the entire crew is just huddled up. 7 officials huddled up together talking about what this penalty is on the field. Long conference. I don't know why. The Patriots with Brandon Bolden just knocked it out of bounds. Kickoff out of bounds, penalty declined, and Houston football. So that'll be the game. Barring any mistake, that'll be the football game. Vaughn pointing out, do you think that it could be a good thing for him to analyze college football? That would be cool, dude. You should definitely try to analyze college football. That was a perfect hop, too. Just Brandon Bolden wasn't able to get it. A snap to hold. Deshaun Watson takes a knee. And this game is over. The Texans with their first ever victory since January 3rd, 2010. Their second win against the Patriots all time. With the Patriots, no timeouts to burn off after this. What a signature win. The Patriots fall to second now in the AFC behind the Ravens with the head-to-head. So this game, with 20 seconds left to go, all they need to do is just take another knee. This one will go final here. As Deshaun Watson takes a snap, takes a knee, it is over. That's a killer. It's a killer right there for the Patriots. But What a signature game for Houston coming out on top. 28-22. I did not expect this game to be like this, but Houston, this team, one to watch out for the playoffs. This game has gone final. Before you guys sign off on YouTube, hit those thumbs up down below. Hit that big red subscribe button as well. Just going to post in here a couple links for you guys. Feel free to check me out on Sportscaster. Post that link in here. Also, Behind the Arc Basketball, that is on YouTube, where I call basketball play-by-play. As that is my basketball channel. I'm just typing it in here on the chat for you guys. Feel free to check that out. Subscribe to that if you like. Gonna sign off here on the video. Thanks so much for joining me here, and enjoy the rest of your night, everybody, as this is Final Yard Football over on YouTube.